Hey everybody, welcome to the Sunday matinee of Canje Plays. And today we're getting into some heavy Final Girl. I've got all of it here. So we're gonna play through the ones that I haven't played yet. Like I said, I played through I think it's called Frightmare on Maple Lane, but I didn't do it on stream. So I decided, I was like, okay, not only are we gonna do Carnival of Blood and Terror from Above, so it's not a double matinee, it's a Sunday matinee of also I'll try to see if we could do Frightmare on Maple Lane. I don't think I got full everything fully in there, but we're gonna just pop it up and play it. I have not played Terror from Above, and I have not played Carnival of Blood. You know how a lot of people will say, okay, well, I'll play it 50 times before I play it. Nope, nope, I do it live here, so if you see me screw up, it's me learning. So it'll be all good. We'll figure it out. It'll be fun. But we're gonna go into Carnival of Blood against Geppetto, figure out what's going on with this person. So the following preview has been approved by all audience by the Feature Film Association of Van Ryder Games. This film is not yet rated. Hey Kate, what's going on? Pull up a chair, pull up a chair. So we're gonna dive into it. We're gonna check it out, set it up, see how it goes, and hopefully, well, if you've never been here before, you're in for a treat. As no one has rolled dice like me. If you have been here before, you know what to expect, but we'll have fun doing it. So let's get some information and then get down to the table. So, Final Girl by Van Ryder Games, 8.6 on Board Game Geek. You alone must survive and defeat the horror movie killer. So it comes with a base core box that I also said, I promised in one of my one of the reviews that was left was saying, hey, it would be great if we got a review of your take on it, since the Kickstarter for Series 2 is up now. My reviews get it, but I'm going to get into detail. So the game comes with a core box set. First, I'll show you that stuff when I get onto the table. Evan Derrick and AJ Porfirio are the designers of this. Artist Tyler Johnson and Roland McDonald. Did I just call him Ronald? Roland McDonald, published by Van Ryder Games. It is a true solo game, as is Hostage Negotiator. So if you've played Hostage Negotiator, you've seen these mechanics. They're a little bit different because now it's the next step, right? So there was Hostage Negotiator, the base game. There was these packs that came along with it that added to kind of, the job of being a hostage negotiator. And then the next step of that was putting it all together into a career, which was fantastic. This is the next step of that, which now it applies to like the slasher movies of my youth. So if you've seen things like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Poltergeist, that's what this is in that vein now. So it really gives that sense of it. The game is true solo. It is 20 to 60 minutes. For me, 5 to 15 minutes. Age 14 plus. When you add the gruesome death matrix, which I will read from today, it goes up a little bit more because it gets a little bit gruesome, but it's beautifully gruesome. The weight's about a 2.40 out of 5. That's true. You roll dice, you play some cards to mitigate those dice, and you hope for the best. And it's a beautiful game. I think it's well done, well orchestrated. But let's get down to the table so I can just run through the components, and then we can set up the Carnival of Blood and hop into it. Okay, so these are the lovely neoprenes that I love so much. So Van Ryder, great job. And I saw that there was a change too. There's another neoprene for Series 2 that kind of adds a little bit more. You don't need both, right? If you're gonna get the mats from the Kickstarter, and we'll take a look at the Kickstarter and everything. If you're gonna get the mats for the Kickstarter, I would say get the Series 2 mats because it adds some extra stuff to it, right? So that when you play those other scenarios, those spaces are available for you. You don't have to have both. So just keep that in mind as you're thinking about what you want to pick up. Series 2 mats will work for you just fine. Okay, so, and if you don't want the mats, don't get them. Everything that you need is in this core box to play the game, right? So It has the health, the meeples, the more meeples, the final health track, some little tracking tokens, a place for you to put the base game tableau for the tableau, and a place for you to put your setup, not setup, sorry, a place for you to put these overloads, which is, these are basically saying if meeples can't fit, you can put all the meeples on here, and then take that symbol and put it on there, which is one of these tokens that's here. Thing like that. Then so if it's like 7 meeples, you would put the 7 on there, and then you just take this and put it on like here, which represents that location. I think that was pretty cool for them to do. So pretty awesome. So it only holds the core content. What does that mean? That means that if you have this box, you will not be able to play any of the scenarios. If you don't have this box, you can't play any of the scenarios. You can't say, okay, well, I'm just going to run out and buy Frightmare on Maple Lane, and that's the only thing I'm going to buy. You can't. This is the feature film, which means it has the killer, the final girl, and all the tarot cards, the events, the setup, the items, everything that goes with it. That's what this is. And this core box, all it is the stuff that you need to play that finale. The dice, the tableau, those things like that. So without those, you can't play the game, right? You can say, okay, well, I'll just buy some dice. Cool. But what about your tableau? You can't do it. So you need both. This will come, and if you have this, you don't need it for Series 2. There's actually, and once again, we'll look at the Kickstarter, there's actually a bundle that's in there that does not include the core box. So you don't have to say, okay, well, I'm going to buy 2 core boxes. That's silly. You're not. Van Ryder's already thought of that. They said, if you got the core box, you've got all the base stuff that you need. All you need to be interested in now is buying the featurettes and any add-ons like minis and stuff like that you want to get. So that's how that works, okay? Matter of fact, I keep saying we're going to look at the Kickstarter. Let's look at the Kickstarter. Let me pull it up. And I don't care if you see what I backed. So let me do that. Okay. Final Girl Series 2, they're at 1.5 million, which is pretty good. That's amazing. I want them to do more because this is an amazing game with 4 days left to go. So, yeah, this is what I backed. I backed the Series 2 Collector Pledge. But this is all, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the base. That's Series 1 right here. That's this stuff. Everything else, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones are Series 2. That's what these are over here. So that's the storage box for Series 1. That's storage box for Series 2. The mats there, the minis are there, the lore books are there, the rule books are there, and so that's what we're looking at, right? And as you can see, you can choose your killer, so you can mix and match. You can say, okay, well, I want the killer from Frightmare Maple Lane to try to kill me at the Sacred Grove, and you can mix location and killers to make it replayable. To really make it replayable, and if you're like, yeah, I played through all of the scenarios, I'm a champ, I win everything, I am the best of the best of the best, I challenge you to go play this lore and scenario book. This lore and scenario book, and let me hide this for a second. This lore and scenario book, hey Matt, is brutal. If you've watched any of my previous ones and you laughed at my bad dice rolling, it's not only my bad dice rolling. It's this scenario book is built to be tough. I posted that like, hey man, I struggled on there, and AJ wrote back and said, we designed the scenario book to be hard. So if you're like, well, I'm not, I want a real challenge. I played against all these things and I played through all the vignettes and they're super easy. Play this scenario. Just the first one. Just the first scenario. And what they go through in these scenario books is all of the killers are on here and their locations. So there's lore that kind of talks about who the killer is, what became of them, and then scenarios is like a campaign. So for Hans the Butcher at Camp Happy Trails, right? You're like, cool, Night of the Pig is Hans the Butcher at Camp Happy Trails. So you play that, and I lost, but let's say you win. Then you flip the page to the next one, and it's the return of Hans. But this time you're not at Camp Happy Trails, you're at Creech Manor. So he's hunting you down in a house. Then you're not at Creech Manor. The next one, the Vacation from Hell, you're at the Sacred Grove, and he's still hunting you. But what's cool, and then it goes to, I forgot this location. I can't remember that location. I think that location is, I forgot that location. But then finally, what you do at the end is you come down to the final nightmare. This is the final showdown for Hans, and you fight him on Maple Lane. And if you beat him there, there's an ending where you actually beat Han. So you play through that campaign set. Now you make it through there and you're like, oh, that was tough, but I still beat it. Okay, move on to the Poltergeist. And the Poltergeist has like ghost hunters, chaos at the camp, only the gods can help her. And then escaping the burbs, I think, is the final. Then there's Inkiambe. So there's all the different killers with a story. Even Terror from Above, they even did that. Terror from Above, which has its own set, it even has its own. So it's like, this is replayability city. Yeah, Brian. Hey, Matt. Hey, Brian. Hey, Steven. Hey, Steven. Pull up a chair. Pull up a chair. Sounds like Final Inception, Final Nightmare, and Final Girl. So but that's what this is. So if you're playing this game and you're like, I played it, I beat it, okay, fine, play the scenarios. Let's see if you still say that after you play the scenarios. The scenarios kicked my butt, okay? And I didn't realize that they were designed to be harder, to give people more of a challenge who are saying, you know, I want a campaign aspect to this. I want to see either I'm not challenged enough or I want a campaign aspect to this game. The scenario book is that, just to keep in mind. Back to the Kickstarter. So, as you can see, the killer combos ramp up, features, films owned. So the core box, as I said, it comes with the rule book, one player board, so you're like, I hate neoprene, I don't know who you are, which you shouldn't. But if you say, I hate neoprene, I don't want it, then you just need, that's fine. The core box comes with a player board, which is this right here that you can see at the side. Just player board. It's double-sided. There's one side for extreme hardcore, and then there's just regular side. So you get a player board no matter what. You get the health tokens, the dice, the action cards, meeples, Final Girl, all the meeples, the time marker, all the tracker tokens, the holders, and the final token. So you get all that stuff. Oh my gosh, Matt. You mad, Matt. Out of this, for Series 2, you get the Evolmorph instead of the Xenomorph. So this is a shoot on Alien because you see there's Ellen there, Ellen Ripley, right? And I think Jeanette is the Space Marine girl from Aliens, the second Aliens. But you're gonna probably be on the Shalako, which is the USCSS Patna, but it's the Shalako. Let's see. So you get everything that comes with that. There's the optional minis if you want it. Then you have the Organism. The Organism is The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing. One of my favorite horror movies. I want this one. So you get The Thing, which is the Organism, and you're at Station 2891. So you have to deal with that. There's Kate and Yuki. So you get to use those. You get the different board that comes along with the Organism. So even the boards that we're going to talk about when we play Geppetto are shifting. I don't know, Brian. I don't know who that person is, but I want to help them. I want to help them. But there's a lot of stuff that goes along with that. You get the Intruders. What the Intruders is a take on a movie called The Strangers that had Scott Speedman and Liv Tyler in it. It is an excellent horror, like thriller horror movie. You should watch it if you have not. Watch the first one first. There's two of them. The first one, most thrilling. The second one kind of just closes the entire story. So it's a really great story with an interesting ending. So the Intruders is on there where you're at the cottage. You're trapped at this cottage, and there's Ava and Jenny. and what comes with that. Big Bad Wolf. I want to call this one out because my friend, my buddy, she is awesome and she is amazing. And she pointed it out to me, and I didn't even notice it when I saw it in here, so I have to. So this one is Red Riding Hood and the Big Bad Wolf, right? And it is written by Julia Hearn from Greenbrier Games. She is awesome. She is amazing. I love her so much. So I didn't realize that she had wrote the story, and she was like, "Hey, did you see who wrote it? Did you see who wrote it?" And so I was like, "No." So she told me, and I was like, "Oh, that is amazing." So she wrote the story, and it's Red with and Gretel, right, from Hansel and Gretel, but it's Red Riding Hood in Storybook Woods being taken on, and the killer is the Big Bad Wolf. So that's awesome. Also, there is the Ratchet Lady at Wolf Asylum. This is from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. If you remember that, this is supposed to be like Nurse Ratchet. So it's you're at the sanitarium or the asylum, and Nurse Ratchet's coming at you. I'm interested to see how this killer operates, because in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Nurse Ratchet, she shamed people, and that was her power. Like, she just kept shaming people into doing her bidding until the ending. But this is cool to see how this is going to work, and it's going to be Heather and Veronica that's going to be in there. So I'm super thrilled to see how that's going to work out. So Series 1 films, if you want to get them, these are them. I've played Happy Trails, Preach Manor, Slaughter at the Groves. Now I'm going to be playing Carnival at Horror, Frightmare on Mill Street, and Terror from Above. So, and then they unlocked all these stretch goals, which you get the lore and scenario book for Scenario 2 for people who want the ramp up of difficulty. That comes with your pledge. Let's see, the rulebook and achievements. The achievements one is new, but they've gotten Bloodlust tokens now. The new side vignette, like what Terror from Above is, which is Terror from the Grave, which is probably Night of the Living Dead. How about that horror movie with the dog who played basketball? The custom storage artwork's going to be updated. You get an epic finale pack, which comes with it. It looks like some new action cards. The VCR matte box that I'm super excited about. 2 new promo final girls that are going to be in there. Looks like zombies unlock, and then there's just a few more with the couple days that are left. But I hope they unlock it all, because a new promo final girl will be great. I made a final girl of Mel from from Rob's gaming table, his wife Mel. So I made one of her and put it on his channel. It's like, play with her, play with her. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. So this is the new mat, just so you kind of get an. The cat ate too much lasagna. So this is the new game mat, as you can see. So with my mat, with my previous mat, so what's the difference between what's on here and what's on there? All right, so everything at the bottom is the same. Yes, everything. Yep, everything at the bottom of the mat is the exact same. The top of the mat's what's different. There's still the item locations. There's still the setup and all that, and where the tarot cards go looks like it's shifted. Yeah, all that shifted, and then there's stuff for that goes underneath the killer board if you're not going to use a killer board, probably for the Terror from Above scenario. So there's been some shift in that. The miniatures, if you want to get them, which when I show you my pledge, you'll see I'm all in. I'm all in on it, and then it just all comes in this lovely large container. Both of them fit in your calyx. That puts everything in there. So the game mat goes in the VCR looking box, which is great. That's fantastic. You get to see the cast and crew, which is a holder for your minis. Thank you. Holder for bonus content, and then just the extra, and then the pledge levels that you have. So you're like, what pledge levels should I get? Well, if you just want to get just the feature things you want, you've got Season 1, you've got the core box. All you cared about in Season 1 was Hans and Camp Happy Trails in the core box, and that's all you have. And all you care about in this one is just, the Intruders box. Then you can do a la carte, $20, get it, you're done, you're good. If you do the film debut, then you'll get the core box and one feature, which is $40. So it's just 2, right? The Series 2 feature film, which is just the feature films, not the core box, is $90 US. And the Series 1 franchise, which is everything from Series 1 plus the updates, right? So the updates are the box, the storage box that they all go in, and yeah, that's the VCR. That's what that thing is. So if you just want that and the neoprene, that's 160. Series 2 franchise, same price. If you just want the same thing, just Series 2. Okay. I got the Series 2 collection booster. So this says does not include a core box. Remember that. It includes all 5 Series 2 feature films, Series 2 miniatures, Series 2 vehicle pack, Series 2 neoprene mat, Series 2 storage box, Series 1 storage box, and Series 1 vehicle pack. Because I have everything else save for the storage box and the vehicle pack. So I got the collection booster. Then if you want to go all in and just get just the games, not the neoprene, not the boxes, all that other stuff, it's $209. If you want full franchise, it's $299. And then if you want epic all in of everything, that's how much that is. So if you can afford it, this is like a Tupperware party. It is. The beauty of it, if you listen to it, that's the soft seal. That's the soft seal. So that's to keep in mind. Like I said, what I got was the Series 2 collection booster because it gives me everything Final Girl that I don't have. A lot of people are curious about what's in the mystery box. What's in the box? So Series 2 mystery box. And there should be a Series 1 mystery box somewhere in here. I don't know where it is. Somewhere in here. Somewhere in here you're able to get it. You're able to get it if you didn't get it the first time. Oh, here it is, right here. Series 1 mystery box. Right above Series 2 mystery box. I'm smart. What's in those mystery boxes are not key or essential for the game. Okay? So if you're like, do I need to buy that mystery box? No. I'm not getting them. I think one of my friends got them. She told me what it was, but I can't remember. It's like a miniature, but it's nothing that you need to play the game. It doesn't take away from the game. It doesn't add to the game. It's just a mystery and something for you to enjoy if you want to get it. Do I need anything? No, Yogi, you don't. That weird word, need. Do you want it? When it comes to board gaming, there's no that word should never be used. I need that. You don't need it, but you want it. So I'll say you don't. You don't have to get it if you don't want to. So the big thing on people is shipping, right? I do not believe. Yeah, it doesn't. The shipping cost does not include VAT. So for people who live in regions of the world where VAT hits them, this cost, when you look at this price, does not include the VAT cost. So you'll have to go out and do a calculator for how much VAT will be a value-added tax will be applied to what your shipping cost is before you make your decision on what you want to back. Okay. It'd be cool if you know that type of stuff can get bundled into the price cost so people can see it at a glance how much it's going to cost. They know it'll cost more, but they'd like to see how much, right? So it's a randomizer. Oh, okay. So it's but this does not include VAT, so just keep that in mind when you're doing your ordering. Okay, make sure you understand that. Okay, the Kickstarter has 4 more days left. So 4 more days on the Kickstarter before it is gone. There will be late pledges, but the price will probably go up in late pledge. So if you want to get in and you're just like, I don't know if I want to back it yet, and I just want to get in to get into pledging before the price goes up, you can do an a la carte pledge for $20 or a $40 one, and then just wait and see what happens. So I just know that the prices always go up in Pledge Manager, so keep that in mind. Okay. All right. Okay, so Final Girl. So we got the core box, we got everything set up from the core. I put out these 2. This is the location, which is the Carnival of Blood. The Carnival of Blood. There's some bad stuff that's going to happen. There is Geppetto, who is the puppet master. Geppetto, who hurt you? Why are you trying to kill us? Let's see. He travels from state to state and runs his operation for a few days just like any other freak show would. Really, a freak show? Kind of messed up. when it grows in popularity, that's when he makes his move, adding as many of them to his family as he can. He keeps us around to keep up appearances, but I fear one day soon he will welcome me into the family too. Excerpt from the Journal of Harris Campbell, the theme park ride operator. Yikes. And the Carnival of Blood, like this comes with the core this read through. But if you get the lore and scenario book, there's actually a full like 2-page lore on Geppetto that you could go through. Let's see. Of course, the public doesn't know we call it the Carnival of Blood. We are still trying to sell tickets, you know. Responsible. There is a reason we roam the country finding new towns to set up in, and it ain't because we like to travel. The management pays good, and they leave the help like me alone. So that's good enough for me. Someone comes in and never makes it home. That's not my problem. Name withheld by request, manager of the House of Hope Mirrors. Pinocchio! Alright, so when we're doing setup, and I got my rulebook here because I always forget about this. So when we're doing setup, we do a couple things. First, I'm going to do it out of order. I don't care. So there is the Dark Power, which is the lower half. So there's two halves of him. There's the Dark Power, and then there's the Final Showdown, right? Which makes a picture of Geppetto. So what you do is you shuffle this up, and in here, this Dark Power, there's an epic one that is terrible. I took a quick glance at it. Terrible. I don't want it, but I'm going to draw it. I am going to draw it. So we're going to shuffle these up. And just to make sure there's no shenanigans, let me get my D4, and that will be the one we pick. I'll use my sanity die again. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Hey, we're starting off early. So there we go. These are for replayability, so you just remove them from the game. Then you get the top half of them. There's just 3. You shuffle these up. Now the top half has the ability that he's going to do during his turn, no matter what. But this is his finale, 3. So if you see on this one, so if you see on this one, it'll say spawn a puppet, find a helpless victim, and move towards them. Then, if you're in a space with a helpless victim or the final girl, stab. So that's what that is. And it makes the picture. So that's what he's going to do every round. Every round. The rest of these, once again, replayability or remove from the game. Alright. So, let me get all the setups going, and then I will deal with the special setups for the scenario. These setup cards, once again, there's 5 of them, replayability. You just shuffle them up, draw 1, and this is how you're going to set up the Carnival of Blood with the victims and how everything goes. Late for the show. Awesome. That probably might be one of the hard ones. So let's see how we set it up. So late for the show, we've got victims galore. We've got victims here. Got a whole bunch in my hand. All right, we got a victim there, here, here. All right, here. There's 2 here, 2 back here. And then I'm going to use this thing for the 3. 1, 3. Put this one here. And the killer is center stage at the big top. I am at the exit because I'm late to the show. And let's see, 2, 2, 3, 1, killer, 1, 1, 2, and me. Cool. So that's the setup that we're going with. We will be using Asami. She will be our final girl. So 4 people until we unleash her ult, which is flipping it over. That should I become victorious, that is what you will see. Asami has, so in each pack, when you get your Final Girl pledge, take out the holder that's in there. Underneath is a special card that's for your Final Girl only, so it can only be used with that Final Girl. You can't mix and match it. You just take that out, and it comes with, like, so it's a knife belt. Oh, she's a killer. This item may only be used when Asami is chosen as the Final Girl. To incorporate the belt in your game, simply shuffle it into the chosen location deck of item cards before setup. If you're rather unsure that it is present in your game, deal the appropriate number of item cards less 1, then shuffle this card in, just to make sure it's in there. So these are the item cards that came with the Carnival Blood. So when you go to locations that are orange, like here, here, or here, if you have a search card, you can search, get some items to help you in what you have to do. So the main goal of this game, I saw a real cool core storage photo that makes a lot of sense. I wonder, you have to let me know what that is, Brian. You have to let me see that. So the purpose of this game, kill the killer. That's the purpose of the game. As you rescue victims, you will get power-ups or get these small little abilities until you unlock your ultimate power, which happens, which you just have. It's just a thing you have. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so we'll shuffle these up, and this is where I gotta consult the rule book because I always screw up items and tarot cards. So let us find out how many items you have. Item cards. Shuffle location. Bloodlust, time tracker. I'm gonna do all that in a second. Place the killer, shuffle the killer's finale, do that, already did that. Take the killer's tarot cards, shuffle them together, then deal out 10. There's 10 tarot cards. Shuffle locations together and deal out 3 piles of 4 face down cards. That's what we're gonna do. So 3 piles of 4 face down cards. So we shuffle these up. Out of all these items that you can have, and I'll make sure Asami's belt gets in there. So 3 piles, 1, 2, 3 of 4. 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Rest of them out of the game. To make sure that the Asami stuff makes it, I'm going to reshuffle these. Take out 1, add hers in, and then shuffle it once again. So, woohoo, fun stuff. Okay. Riveting, right? Riveting. So, then we'll re-deal out our 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, and 3. So we always reveal the first one when you do it up, because you know what those things are. It's like you ran through, you were walking past, you saw what's there, and that's what you have. So there's a telescoping 10-foot pole, a crystal ball, and Zappo, the carnival monkey. Okay, then we deal with this. I'll get over to him and her in a second. I'm just setting up these things the way that I do it. I can see the interview afterwards. Who knew that a carnival of blood might be a way to attract victims? You know, it is true. Like, people will show up as like, this place is killing people. I need to go check that out. Alright, so we'll shuffle those up, and then we'll deal out 10. This deck contains tarot cards for both the killer and the location. That's why you shuffle them up, because anything can happen. So I'm trying to be a better shuffler for... I'll check them out. I'm doing just base setup. Gazumi. That's all I'm doing. Do base setup, then check out the special setup to alter what we need. Okay. So deal out 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, and 10. Press remove from the game. Boom, events. Shuffle them up, reveal one, and then we will go to special. Oh, yeah, I see the setup. We can accommodate that. Okay. We'll reveal an event, but now let's go into the specials. Sorry, before I do that. How do we know on this track where to start horror? It says so at the top, so we start off at 4 horror. And Geppetto has 8 health. 2, 4, 6, 7. You can't keep that psycho from killing me, I'm right. So when you're putting out their health, what you want to do is you want to get 1 less than that number, right? 1 less. So his health is 8, I have 7. So I'm going to put 7 here, that's his health. So you always go 1 less, keep that in mind. Because the 8th health, and it's the same thing for Asami, because the final health for Asami, the 5th health and the 8th health for them, is kind of like a surge. And you get a chance to surge. So we'll put 4 for her. And you get a chance to surge because you will grab these specific ones, which is you get an extra die when you're down to 1 health to roll. But underneath these are things like you got 1 extra health or you got 2 extra health, right? They're kind of, I've killed the killer, I feel good about my life. And then you flip that over, it's like, no, the killer has 2 health left. Or, so you have to hit him 2 more times. Or it's, the killer's beaten me to a pulp, I'm down to like my last health, he hits me. I flip it over, I get that surge to where I'm like, get 2 health. So it's kind of that final strike for the killer, that final chance at victory for the final girl that you get to choose. So what you do is you grab 1, and you give me 1, and you give him 1. You don't know what it could be. Could be anything. Oop, not that. Reshuffle. I always try to feel for the curve. I always try to feel for the curve. There we go. Alright, so that makes up their final health. And we'll put this to the side. Alright, let's check out these rules. How do you know which token has a 0? It's the one Canje put on the final girl. That's sadly probably true. Alright, so Geppetto's special setup is place the puppet card next to the killer board. This is the puppet card. Place all 3 puppet tokens on the ready space of the card. So the card here, as you can see, has ready, exhausted. Puppets may not end normal movement more than 2 spaces away from Geppetto. Okay, so they have a limit. And each puppet has 1 health, moves once, and stabs somebody once. Cool. It's equal. The star is equal to Geppetto's movement value. Okay. All right. Awesome. So we will get the 3 puppets, and they are ready. Cool. All right. Flip over. Okay, there's rules that we're going to read in a second. Let's do the Carnival Blood setup. Set the 3 trap. So let's look through here for trap. 1, 2, and there's 1 in there. I'll reshuffle, it's not a big deal. Doesn't bother me. It's somewhere horrible. What's up? Here it is, 3. And so set the 3 item trap cards aside and shuffle the remaining item cards. Deal out 3 decks of 2 item cards face down. Okay, let's pull these back. Let me pull out her knife belt. Pull all these back together and shuffle. So shuffle, so set those aside. Deal out 3 decks of 2 item cards face down and randomly add 1 trap card face down to each deck. Then shuffle the 3 item decks separately. Deal out 1 item card face down on top of the item deck. Return the unused item cards to the location. When finished, you will have 3 item decks of 4 cards, each with a trap inside. Okay. So we will do 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1. Shuffle the traps up. 1, 1, 1. Then deal out 1 more. 1, 1, and her belt. Get rid of the rest. Hey, Tiny, what's going on? No, you have not seen the dice rolling yet. I have to check on that. Okay, so we flip over. Aluminum bat. I'm assuming, because let me flip this over. I'm assuming that if you reveal it first, Carnal Blood comes with 2 kinds of traps: item traps and terror traps. Okay. Yeah, there's a thing in here that automatically reveals the trap. I'm just going to reshuffle. Just grab the next one. Not revealing the trap as soon as the game starts, where I don't know what's happening. Okay. And we got her knife, her special stuff. So we've got all that set up. I didn't put the trap on top, so you shouldn't shuffle the last item in the deck. The trap shouldn't be on top. Oh, gotcha. Hey, Baron, what's going on? Pull up a chair. Yeah, I'm still having a blast with this game. I have to get this thanks to the stream. Thank you. All right, so rules for the game. We've got the puppets. So the puppets are considered minions. So there are 3 puppets, which is the maximum number that can be on the board and or the puppet's card at any time. Each killer phase up until the finale is revealed. The first step in the minion line is to spawn a puppet. So there are 3 puppets total, which is the maximum number that can be on the board and or the puppet's card at any time. Cool. Each killer phase up until the finale is revealed, the first step in the minion action line is to spawn a puppet. When spawning a puppet, take a token from the ready space of the puppet card and place it in Geppetto space. If there are no tokens in the ready space, no puppet is spawned. Whether one was spawned or not, move all puppet tokens in the exhausted space to the ready space. Okay, so they're assembly lining up. So they're out. I kill one, it goes exhausted. Next round, it moves up to ready. So it just keeps coming. Okay, got it. When resolving a killer action on a terror card, each puppet on the board will resolve the full action one at a time. What? Oh! If there are multiple puppets, you may choose which order they resolve the action in. After each puppet has gone, resolve the same action for Geppetto. So if there are 3 puppets out, that terror card happens 4 times. Ugh. Try this if you like. First round, sell all your 0 cards and spend 12 time on higher level cards, sprints, plannings, retaliations. I have to check it out. So, oh gosh, that's awful. Okay, so puppets have 1 health, and their attack value is 1. Their movement value is the same as Geppetto's and will change accordingly when his bloodlust increases. These stats are located on the puppet card as a reminder. Cool. So his starting stuff, and I'll put a token for his bloodlust track, which is here, is he starts off doing 1 damage and he moves 1 space. As terror increases, or as his bloodlust increases, sorry, it'll move up, he'll start hitting harder, moving more, and if it moves up far enough, which is 4 spaces, we reveal his dark power, which is going to be rough. Alright, so, and Barrett, you can say that I'm lovable. I approve of that. So, puppets have strings and are attached to their master. So they must end their movement within 2 spaces of Geppetto. They may move farther than 2 spaces from Geppetto as long as they end their movement within 2 spaces of him. This can sometimes happen when a puppet's target is within 2 spaces of Geppetto, but taking the most direct route to reach the target will momentarily place them 3 or more spaces away from him. I don't understand that, but it'll make sense when I play it. If a special effect from a tarot card or other game effect results in a puppet being more than 2 spaces away from Geppetto, the next time the puppet must choose a target, it will instead target Geppetto, attempting to end its movement as soon as it is exactly within 2 spaces of him. If it runs out of movement, it may be forced to stop farther than 2 spaces from Geppetto, in which case it will repeat the process the next time. When a puppet must stop moving, either because further movement would cause it to end more than 2 spaces from Geppetto, or it was returning to Geppetto and made it exactly 2 spaces from him, any additional movement is then lost. That's a lot for a puppet. But I've got a rules lawyer Gazumi on here to make sure that I don't screw it up. So I'm good with it. Super lovable. So, item traps. There are 3 item traps randomly hidden within the item's deck during setup. They will only be discovered by searching at a location. Each item deck will have a single item trap, but you won't know where it is in the deck they are located. After successfully searching, if you draw an item trap, you must resolve it unless otherwise noted. You have Zappo with you, so we need to find Zappo. If your search revealed an item in addition to an item trap, you may still take the item but must resolve the trap first. Item trap cards are discarded after they are resolved unless otherwise noted. Cool. Terror traps. There are 3 terror traps cards in the Carnival of Blood Terror deck. They may be revealed during the killer phase when the terror card is drawn. When a terror card is drawn, resolve it like you would any other terror card. When the terror trap card instructs you to place the accompanying trap token, place it in your current space. The effect of the trap occurs immediately and apply to you and any victims in your space. Yuck. Victims are always killed, but each trap affects you differently. Refer to the terror trap reference card for each trap specific effect. Cool. Got it. After resolving the trap's effect, finish resolving the terror trap card. If there are any other effects to resolve and discarded as normal. Trap tokens are not discarded and remain on the board for the rest of the game. Each time you or a victim enters a space with a trap token, the trap applies. Ugh, it's ongoing. Yuck. Enemies are not affected by trap tokens. Of course they aren't, for any reason, and completely ignore them. So we can't cheap it. We can't game it on the cheap. Okay, so we've got everything set up. We're ready to kick it. So we will grab. First, we start off on the tableau with these 0-cost cards. So if you, along with Groucho, Harpo, and Chico. So if you saw, like, I think Brian put on there, he's like, first strategy, ditch all your cards to get 6 times. You start off at 6 times. Grab the time token. And I still need to reveal an event. So you start off at 6. He was saying ditch all of these, ditch all 6 to go up to 12, and then buy some powerful cards that can help you. Like, just lose a turn to what's going to happen. Yeah, they're on ready phase, so they're going to start popping out. Okay. So, this is what we start off with, which is short rest to heal, 2 focus to lower the horror, or lose time, 2 walks to be able to walk 1 or 2 spaces or not at all, and weak attack to just hit for 1, lose a health, or just plain out lose a health and end your turn like you fell on your face or something. So that's what you start out with. In the tableau, there's things that you can buy with time. So don't think that you need to burn all your time down. You need whatever time you have left. You want to be conservative of it because you can use that time to purchase new cards to add them to your hand. And cards cycle through your hand. So if you're like, oh, this is a deck builder, it's not. It's not a deck builder because you start off with these. After you use them, they go to this part of the tableau and you lose them until the next round when you get them back. When you use these, you use them once, and then they go back to their place in the tableau, and you have to rebuy them again. So it's not a deck builder. It's more like I don't even know what to call that. You don't win $100. Excuse me. So you have to keep that in mind when you play. You're not building a deck. You're buying cards to help you when you need it, and then they go away, and then they go away. All right, so event. You always shuffle these up and reveal the first event because this is what's happening right now, and it's never a good thing. Okay, here we go. First event. Did you follow me here? Why do you always tag along? Place 4 new victims at the big top. Oh no. One of them is a special victim who is your plucky younger sibling. Woo, we're off to a great start. So, while the sibling is in your space, you may spend 2 time to reroll 1 die. If the sibling dies, raise bloodlust by 2. Ugh. So, we're adding 4 new victims at the big top. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is already starting off great. 2, 3, and one of them is the special sibling. Boom. And we grab that. That's at the big top. With the killer. Go get a burger. I would too. So if you let them all die, I mean, the carnival will move out of town. Wow. That's already horrible. Okay. So let's get into it. Ugh. And I flip this over to do the phases. So, oh, and it says the minion phase, sorry, page 32. It even says what page it's on so you don't have to go searching around. Crazy case. In most games, you will only be dealing with 1 killer. However, some killers may be accompanied by minions. And other occasions, there may be many minions but no killer. As such, it is important to understand the following game terms for resolving rules and effects. Enemies. Rules and cards that affect state enemies apply to both the killer and the minions. Killers only apply to the killer, and minions only apply to the minion. Some feature films use minions with a lesser but still terrifying monster that are trying to kill you. Minions can be represented with or without a main killer depending on the scenario. So, minions each come with their own reference card, which we do have. Minions are oftentimes spawned at the beginning or during the game. This will be indicated in the rules for each specific minion. The number of minions that can be on the board is always limited to that. When playing the minions, the killer phase follows the same rules with the following conditions. This is what I cared about. In addition to resolving the killer action on the back of the finale card, there will also be action M, which is for minions. Okay. Alright, so the M over here is spawn a puppet, target, and move. That is what that is. Okay. Got it. Yay, we're good. Here we go. What the heck do I do? So this is the action phase. There are 5 phases: action, planning, killer, panic, and upkeep. And we'll go through all of them. So let's say the action phase, I play now. So I can only go along sight lines. There's 2 victims here that I can get out right away. Why do I do this to myself? I can walk and get them out immediately. Why am I doing this? This is stupid. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to play walk. If I roll 2 successes, I can move up to 2 spaces and lose 1 time. That means I can go 1, 2, get 2 towards unlocking my ult, right? My ultimate ability. If I roll 1 success, I move 1 space and lose 1 time. And if I roll no successes, I will move 1 space, lose 1 health, and lose 2 time. These dice are the 5-6 old school combo. I will talk about this in my review. So anyway, they're 1, 2, and 1 and 2 are blank fails. 3 and 4 are these double card fails. That means that you can pitch 2 cards from your hand to make it a success. And 5 and 6 are successes. The stars are successes. Sell, sell, sell. I mean, I could. So let's talk about strategy, okay? So you got to think about the strategy of how you want to do this. Now, Brian's saying sell all 6 cards in my hand to get 6 time to max up. Just pitch the first round. People are going to die. So pitch the first round. Go and buy some big cards. So something like a sprint so I can move 3 spaces. Something like retaliate. So if I get attacked, I can do something else with it. Something like planning, which will give me an extra die, or distraction, which will lower this track down. Right now, I'm at 2 dice. If it goes higher, if it ticks up too high, I'll only be rolling 1 die. Or if it ticks here, I'll get to roll 3 dice, and my odds increase. So kind of Brian's saying, sell all these cards, so you'll have 12. We'll spend that to get some planning. Spend that to get some sprint. Spend that to get some rerolls because you're going to need it. Because there's a lot of minions on the board, you're probably going to need some guard to block some of their attacks. So forfeit a turn so that you can be a lot stronger for the next go. Hey, Cynthia, what's going on? Pull up a chair. And that's kind of his plan, right? That's what he's thinking. I don't mind that plan because people are going to start dying already. Why are they at the big top? Why? Anyway. So, people are at the, so that's already going to start happening, right? So, why not just let it happen? Because right now we're rolling 2 dice, and to do a walk, for people who roll dice well, like Barrett, who carries us through KDM, he is sure enough to play that walk, get 2 successes, and move on. Like me, I'm probably going to miss. So it makes more sense to sell it all. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to follow that advice. I'm going to pitch a turn. I'm going to sell it all to gain 6 time. And that's going to end my turn. Then it comes to the planning phase. Now you keep these things in here because they don't come back here until after the planning phase. Okay? So the planning phase is where you spend time to buy cards from the tableau. You keep the cards that you've played out of the tableau because after you're done buying, that's when the tableau refreshes with those cards so you get them back next round. So I've got 12 time to buy stuff. Well, I'm going to grab this planning card for 4. I got 8 time left. I'm going to buy a sprint for 2. 1, 2. I'm going to buy this other sprint. I need to get my stuff for 2. 1, 2. I'll buy both of these replays for 2. 1, 2. And then with 2 left, I'm thinking of either picking up a search or a guard. I'm not going to get attacked this round, so guarding is not going to help me. So I'm going to pick up a search card. Actually, I lied. Let me pull that back. I'm only going to get 1 reroll, so I can buy an improvise. And what improvise says is until this action phase ends, 3s and 4s are successes, so sprints can really help me. So I'm going to spend that last 3 to buy an improvise card. So my new hand now is improvise, 1 reroll, 2 sprints, and a planning card. So if I play planning and improvise, I get more dice to roll, and 3s and 4s become successes based on my improvise roll. See what I mean? So that kind of helps, and both of these are really helpful. They synergize together. All 3 of these will get me some really great movement. So we pitched, we're good. After we're done, we then replace what's in the play area, what we've played, back into the tableau. That is and reset the time back to 6. That is the end of the planning phase. Phase 2. Phase 3 is the killer phase. We resolve the killer action. So we come over here to the killer action, and we say for the minion action, first, we spawn a minion. Boom. Then the minion targets the closest victim and moves to it. You don't have to go anywhere because everybody's stupid. Like Geppetto's like, look, I made a minion with a knife. So then Geppetto is going to target the first, and he's going to stab him. Poof, dead. Killed somebody. his bloodlust, he does 1 damage to them, he doesn't have to move, and his bloodlust goes up because he killed somebody. What happens? So then we draw and resolve a terror card. Awesome. For 12 rerolls. I know, right? Yeah, we're good. Boom. So we draw the terror card. This terror card applies to the puppet as well as Geppetto. Mother of God. Okay, so razor puppet strings. Victims in or adjacent to Geppetto's space are killed. Are you kidding? All of them? This is amazing. Okay. So we're losing 4. 1, 2, 3. I'll reveal dark power just now. 4 already. What? So that's the. So then, in or adjacent to. Nobody else is adjacent. Okay. Lose 2 health if you are in or adjacent to Geppetto's space. You may reduce the damage by 1 for each walk or sprint card you discard. No, I'm not. If no victims were killed and you do not take damage, resolve the next terror card. That's for the puppet. That's for the puppet. Now it's Geppetto's. Victims in or adjacent to Geppetto's space are killed. Nobody's there. Lose health, nobody's there. If no victims were killed and you did not take damage. Boy. Welcome to the greatest show. Resolve an event card. How dangerous can it be? Hold my beer. That's what it says on it, too. I love this card. See if I can make it chill. See? Hold my beer. Is there an effect for losing your sister? There is. It was, this card goes away, and the effect was it went up 2. So when the 2 died, that was 2. When she died, it was +2, so that's 4. That's why he moved up 4. So, yes. And that's discarded when she's removed from play. So, during the upkeep phase, each victim moves 1 space towards the closest trap token. Come on. Okay, then all victims move 1 space closer to the big top because they're dumb. So this is what I was talking about, where it was, oh, somebody's dead? Let's go check that out. We just heard screaming. There's a lot of blood. Let's go check it out. Place the killer at the big top. Then target the final girl or a victim, stab them, and then move. Okay, so there's nobody to panic because everybody's dead. Cool. Everybody here is dead. So there's nobody to kill, but you're gonna move towards the closest. There are 3 close, so we'll roll a d6 to see which one you're gonna go to. Oh, with the most people, that's the roll. I remember. It's with the most people. Actually, this has the most people, so it'll move here. So he'll move there. And that ends that. There were victims killed, so you don't have to draw an extra terror card. Actually, is that true? Is that true, Gazumi? Here's the reason why. Let me read the rule. When resolving a killer action on a terror card, each puppet on the board will resolve the full action 1 at a time. If there are multiple puppets, you may choose which order they resolve. After each puppet has gone, resolve the same action for Geppetto. The killing of everybody on the board was the puppet's move. So the puppet didn't need to draw an extra terror card. However, when it became Geppetto's turn, there were no victims to kill. So therefore, Geppetto should be able to draw that extra tarot card. That's how I rationalize it, because it's resolved for the puppets and it's resolved for Geppetto. So the puppets are trying to kill somebody, and then Geppetto's trying to kill somebody. So how do you play that, right? Do you say you don't need to draw it because somebody was killed during the puppet phase that you don't have to draw, or when you're resolving it for Geppetto, you have to you have to draw another tarot card because, right? So I interpret it as each tarot card resolves separately as it's like it's a brand new tarot card for the killer going with it. If that makes sense. So, as far as I understand it, it are the black boxes that are shared, not the white instructions. But let me read the rules in detail. The black boxes that are shared, not the white instructions. Let me reread that. Because it says, when resolving a killer action on a tarot card. Oh, that's it. Yep, you're right. You're right. You are correct. But that still does not change the fact. That still doesn't change the fact of the puppet then goes. So let's say the puppet doesn't go because of the pull. See, but those are terror actions. Let me read the rules too. We got to play this right. Terror action. Terror cards, 1921. These are killer actions. So there's card title, effect to apply, killer action. And this says when resolving a killer action. Yep, you are correct. The puppet would not have done any of that, so I don't need to draw this. I will shuffle this back in. So he would not move. You are correct. That was Geppetto that killed everybody. Otherwise, this game would have been insane. So the event would not have happened. They would have gone back. Oh, it's good to know. Good to know. Here, and Geppetto wouldn't have moved. Okay. All right. Good to know. All right, there we go. So it's a killer action. Whenever the dark dark spaces of them happen, that's when the puppets act, not the entire card. So killer action on a tarot card. Good to know. All right, so then we go from there, from the killer phase into the panic phase. Panic phase is if there are any surviving victims. There aren't, but if there are any surviving victims, all of them scatter, and that are at the location of the killer. And that's what these numbers mean. You would roll a d6 to say where each one of them scatter to. But nope, all of them are dead. Okay, then we come over to this. I passed this mark here that says Dark Power. What that means is that you take this and you reveal it, and this is a lovely added effect that happens. Oh, look, massive abominations. So this is added to our fun. Each puppet ignores the first strike dealt, the first damage dealt to it each turn. So the first point of damage done to it is ignored, but it only has 1 health. So if I hit it for 2 damage, if I hit it with a where is it? Weak attack, it would ignore that 1 damage. However, if I hit it with a furious strike and I get full, I'm able to be of use, I would hit it for 2, it would ignore 1 and then take the ancillary damage. All right. Okay, so no event came out then. All right, so after that panic phase, it's the upkeep phase. Reveal finale if no tarot cards left. Rearrange items if necessary. So, but we don't need to. Okay, so it is our turn. Basically, puppies are 2 to kill now. Yep. Pretty much. They're 2 to kill. So now it's my turn. Okay. So, which one should I go for first? I think I'm going to go for planning first. As for my next horror roll, I need it for sprint. I need to go for improvise first. So I'm going to play improvise. Grab my 2 dice because I'm still there. And it says, until the action phase, all 3s and 4s are successes, but I have to get that. So I need 2 successes on 2 dice to make that happen. Woo! So I roll a 1 and a 3, which means I could pitch 2 cards to get 1 success, or I just wasted this card. I can spend this to reroll 1 die, or lose 2 time to reroll both dice. That is the purpose of this game. 1, 2, because neither of those are doing me any favors. Okay, so I got 1 success. So for the, it says for the next horror roll only, all 3s and 4s are considered successes. Let's get a move on. So these 2 have been used. All I need is a 2. That's all I need. I just need like 1 success, my friend. I got 1 success and 3. That's 2 successes. I will lose 1 time, and I get to move 3 spaces. 1. Come on. 2. When you move into a space with victims, only 2, not all, only 2 of them will move with you, that you could take with you back to the exit. And when you take them back to the exit, which is these green spaces here, why is the clown card an exit? I don't know. Or here, then, which is the House of Mirrors. Why? Anyway, you will automatically free them. So I free you. When you free them, you go to your card and you say where you want to put them. Well, the first place I'm going to put them is here on this one. Do 1, 2. The second one, I get to move an extra space. So I'm going to put it there and move 1. And then I still have my third movement, which is going to move me. Hey. So that helped. Now I'm going to do planning. So that my other sprint, I can get more dice to roll. So I'm going to plan for this. I'm going to roll my 2 dice. And if I get 1 success, for the next horror roll, I get to roll 2 extra dice. If I roll 2 successes, for the next horror roll, I roll 3 extra dice. Which is for my sprint to get them out. Hey, 2 successes, what? So for my next horror roll, I get to roll 3 dice. So I'm rolling 5 total, and we're going for a sprint. If we could get those 2 out with this, well, let's see what happens. I got 1 success, which gives me 2 spaces of movement, which is perfectly fine. Out of all that, right? Anyway, I got 1 success, but I lose 1 time. And I get to move 2 spaces. 1, 2. Unlock it. So, take a search action card, which is what I will do. And heal, but I'm already at full health. But I've unlocked them all. Ooh, get my ultimate ability. So my ultimate ability says, whenever you draw at least 1 item card, draw an extra and choose which one you want. You are immune to item trap cards. For each additional victim save, recover 1 health. I am immune to your trap item cards, my good sir. I don't want anything to do with your stupid trap item cards. Okay. Alright, you are free. I got a search card, but I'm not at a search location. So that ends my turn. Good planning phase. Yay. Now we're going item hunting. So that is at the Forest of Mirrors, which is here. I'm going to get my knife bandolier. Okay, that ends my turn. We go into the shop phase. I've only got 2 time left. So first, I get back my zeros. I've got 2. We're getting into some dangerous territory here because the puppets can stab at me. So I'm gonna grab a. I'm gonna grab a guard. He's not coming at me yet. I'll grab a reroll. Actually, yeah, I'll grab a reroll for 1. And then the other one's just wasted. So we'll go back to 6. Take these cards that we used and put them back where they belong. Improvise. Let's go. Then we have some fun. Okay, so this is the killer phase. Resolve the killer action. So the puppets, first we spawn a puppet. Then puppet finds a meeple. And the puppet can move 2 spaces now. Its movement is the same as Geppetto's. So the puppet can move 2 spaces. It does 2 damage. So the puppet's going to move 1, 2. This one's going to move 1, 2. They're moving towards victims. Ooh, no, this is more victims over here. Yummy, yummy victims. Yummy, 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 yummy. Okay. So they're 2 spaces away from him. Geppetto is going to target somebody who's close and kill him. Nobody to kill. So now it is time for Terror card. It's the same card I drew even though I shuffled the deck. Alright. So it's not real. The special effects are crazy that actually look like a corpse. That actually looked like a corpse. Place 4 new victims at the House of Mirrors. Stop! Stop putting people. Who are these people and where are they coming from? I rescued these. I could just use them. 4 new victims at the House of Mirrors. Who are these people? Place the skull token at the Forest of Horrors. Oh no. Any victims at or moving into the Forest of Horrors are killed immediately. Boop. Boop. 1. A new event's gonna get drawn, so let me pull that. And a new event gets drawn. So much junk. Someone sure needs a hoarding intervention. When this card is revealed, find the Zappo item card and put it in your backpack. Reset the item decks if necessary. Ooh. Oh, it's a zombie's knife bandolier and bandolier. Okay, so it's not in here. So then it says, this is the trap, so let's shuffle these up. We're gonna reset the item deck. 1, 2, put this in here, shuffle these up. And then put this one on. Not there. Is he here? Nope. Trap out. Pull these up. 1, 2. These. And then put this on top. First aid kit. Just messy. Did Zappo not make it? Zappo didn't make it. So when this card's revealed, find the Zappo item card and put it in your backpack. Reset the item decks if necessary. If you lose Zappo, roll 1 fewer die, minimum 1, when resolving search actions for the remainder of the game. Oh, okay. 1, 2. Zappo, the carnival monkey. Such a cute monkey, always ready to lend a helping hand. Let's see. You may use Zappo to resolve a search card for up to 2 spaces away from a location. Okay. If you use Zappo and an item trap is revealed, he flees in terror. Ignore the effect of the trap card and discard Zappo. Ah, risk. Risk. Okay, so that's an effect. What else is happening? All victims move 1 space closer to the big top. Why? 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 Place the killer at the big top, and then this is the actions that happen with the so they will target in their space, kill, but nobody's there now, and then they'll move. So they'll move here and here respectively. But there are people at the big top, so he is going to kill one of them. And a new event's coming out. Yay! How dangerous can it be? Hold my beer. During the upkeep phase, each victim moves 1 space towards the closest trap token. Awful. This is just awful. Okay. Okay. This is devolving quickly. All right. Because someone was killed here, these people are going to scatter. So there's 3 of them. Let's see where they're going. Victim number 1. 6. You are moving here. Victim number 2. 5. You are gonna go down here. Victim number 3. 6. Everybody's at the House of Mirrors. You beat those puppets. Later, Kate. Thanks for joining. Okay. Cool. This isn't a lingering effect. This is, and so is that. Okay. That awfulness just happened. Then it is the upkeep phase. Reveal the finale if there are no tarot cards. There isn't. Rearrange items. We don't need to. Zappo. Zappo's gonna be death of me. I need to. The skull. What does the skull do? It doesn't say. It just says for. Oh. Wait, yeah. What does the skull do? Am I missing something? Terror Trap reference. Which of those? There's this one, and that one. So I don't know what those 2 do. Oh, I think it's just an insta-kill. So it is an ongoing effect. It's an insta-kill. Place the skull token on the Force of Horrors. Any victims at or moving into the Force are immediately killed. That's what it is. Okay, got it. Alright, my turn. I think I'll go for a walk outside now. I want to get the 3 dice. I really do. So then I can do stuff. It says victims. I'm not a victim, so I could go to the mirrors. The Force of Mirrors. I'm gonna try to focus. That's what I'm gonna do. Two successes. So move this here, and I gain 2 time. 1, 2. Let's do that one more time. We're so close to that. We're so close to that 3 mark. 2 successes. What? What is happening? I'm scared. I'm very afraid right now. All right, so then I'll walk. One success. I will lose 1 time. And I can move 1 space. I could probably get that victim out. It's already too late. His power is insane. Let's walk again. I want to start searching for stuff. One success. There's one time. I move one space. That's not going to affect me. That only affects victims. I'm not a victim. You may use Zappo to resolve a search. I am not using Zappo whatsoever. So it says, find the Zappo card. If you lose Zappo, roll 1 for your die. Yeah, I'm not using him. He's just going to sit in my backpack. If you use Zappo and an item card comes out. So I'm going to do a search now. And the Forest of Horrors. I got one success. I'm going to pitch 2 to make it 2 success. I'm going to pitch short rest and weak attack to make it 2 successes. Take the top 2 item cards at your space and choose one. Place the other on the... Wait. Whenever you draw at least 1 item card, draw an extra card and choose one. Oh, I get it anyway. I don't need to pitch these. I get it anyway. For my special ability. What do we got? Trap. But I'm immune. You're immune to item trap cards. So it says Steel Bear Trap. It's a trap. A bear trap climbs down as you approach it. No, it doesn't. So I'm immune to this. Discard this once it's removed. I don't care. Crystal Ball. Once per action phase, roll a die. On a 1 to 4, nothing happens. On a 5 to 6, look at the next Terra card and place it on either the top or bottom of the Terra deck. Cool. So we'll put that in our hand for right now. No one cares. Then I'm going to pitch these 2 to get 2 more time. 1, 2, go back up to 10. Item traps. Okay, so we will do that. Cool. And then it is buy phase time. So let's go with some stratagem here. I've got my reroll, so we need some sprints. What do we need? I need to be able to hit them for 2, so I need a Fury Strike if I'm going to fight some puppets. I need a guard, because I'm moving into dangerous territory now, too. So I'm going to keep milling this deck to see if I can find... Actually, I'm going to get the other search card for 2. 1, 2. I'm going to grab the other reroll for 1. I'm going to grab a sprint for 2. I'm going to grab a improvise for 3. And with 2 left, I'm going to grab a guard. 1, 2. Put those back to 6. Don't forget. Yeah, glad you remembered. I know, right? I know. So put these back. Search. Log. There we go. Okay. Then we go to killer phase. Puppet is going to spawn. That's number 3. Pick a victim. It would be with the most and move 3 spaces. So he's going to the most, which the other one's at. Killer. Nobody's at the big top yet. So the killer is going to find somebody where he is and kill them. Nothing happens. Terror card. Bring her to me. The closest puppet to you targets me and starts coming in my direction. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll say it's one of these. So it gets to move 3. 1, 2, 3, which is still 2 away from Geppetto. And if you were damaged by the puppet, move 1 space closer to Geppetto. So it's like he's dragging you. Yeah, I remember that from the rule. Yep. Oh, that is all puppets are doing this. All puppets are doing this because that's the action. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Here, 1, 2, 3. They're all coming for me. Okay. If you are damaged by the puppet, if you are in Geppetto space or there are no puppets in your space, discard this card, otherwise resolve the entire action again. You're on top of this today. Yeah. So they all move, but none of them got to me. I've got. I had guard just in case, but no, we're gonna go. We're gonna go. We're gonna search then run. Okay, so that ends that phase, the upkeep phase. Reveal finale if any tarot cards were there. You don't have to worry about it. So now we are going to go to my phase now. Well, let's do this search thing one more time. Trap cards. There, that's the thing I hate. That. So let's do this. Do 1, 2 to re-roll them all. There we go. 2 successes. Take 2 item cards at your space and choose one. Place the other face down. I lose the time for that. So I think those are the last 2. There's the knife and the knife bandolier. So we're gonna take. What does the knife do? Oh, it's just range. I could throw stuff. This is a throw, and this is just a stab. But I already do 1 damage punch. I'm gonna keep the throw one and put this one. Place the other top face up or underneath face down. Okay. All right, and with that, with this lovely knife, I only get 4 uses of it. I'm lasting a lot longer than I ever have, and I'm terrified of it. All right, so next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna improvise. Yeah, because I want to move 3. No, I'm just gonna sprint. Does Geppetto perform the last puppet action? What last puppet action? No, this action on this one says the closest puppet to you. It says if you are in Geppetto space or there are no puppets in your space, discard this card, otherwise resolve the entire action again. So, nope. So it's like they're just going to keep dragging me and dragging me and dragging me. So no, he wouldn't. Two successes. 1 time, 3 movement, please. 1, 2. I could get you out of here, but it doesn't matter anymore. It really doesn't matter anymore at this point. I think just discard a terror card will happen if he kills anybody else. So getting you out, I really don't care. I need to get to things to astonish. I need to get here. I think that's where my stuff is. Let's do 3 on the periphery. Boom. You are free! You can't cap over your health, so saving victims really doesn't mean more health. For additional victims save, recover health. I'm already at max, so I'm not gonna get any. I'm not gonna get 6 health, so it doesn't matter. I think I'm gonna call it there and save this improvise for my next buy. So these will go to the play area. Then we'll go to the planners. I get these back. I got 2. With those 2, I want to buy either a search or a sprint. Let me buy sprint for those 2. 1, 2, go back to 6. Put these back. Okay. All right. Next up is that's planning phase, killer phase, resolve the killer actions. No more puppets to spawn. They are going to pick a victim that is the closest and all enjoy his space. Oh, they get to move 3, actually. They get to move 3. They're going to pick the most victims. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Most victims. Keep them around until needed. Yeah, probably. I got rid of that one because I don't know why. Alright, so there's nobody there, so let's see what happens. Oh, voila. They have us completely surrounded. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the next tarot card. Dang it. Otherwise, boom, I'm no longer rolling 3 dice. And here's where the fun begins. So, first let's do the puppets. Puppet number 1, gonna kill. And since they're at top, discard a tarot card. Puppet number 2. Oh wait, wrong one. They're here. 1. Puppet number 2 is gonna kill. And discard a tarot card. Puppet number 3 is gonna kill. And discard a tarot card. Then Geppetto is going to target that lovely group of people, those lovely group of people at the House of Mirrors, because this site's been almost decimated. You're gonna panic, but those lovely people, the group of mirrors, he's gonna move into their space, and then he's gonna stab for 2. Boop, boop. 2 victims gone. That is 2 more tarot cards. And there's only 1 here, and you're gonna panic too. Bloodbath. Alright, so now panic phase. 1 with Geppetto. Gonna move to 2 to the big top, because that's smart. That's smart. And the other one gonna move to 5, which is up here. Cool. There's only 1 tarot card left. Then the finale comes out and pain begins. Let's see. Oh, each upkeep they were supposed to move 1 space towards. I forgot that. I'm sorry. I forgot that one. So next upkeep, they're all gonna move towards the closest trap. Idiot. So that ends their turn. The panic phase happened. Now the upkeep. Boom. Idiot. Alright, so I forgot to do that last round, so that's on me. I mean, I could retroactively do it. This one would have moved here and died. Getting rid of the last final card. This one moved here, and this one would move here. There we go. Okay. So that's just fixing what I missed last round. My turn. What the heck? There's no more tarot cards. And because there's no more tarot cards, we reveal the finale. Well, it's any space that someone's died in, truly. So because the minions are also killers, it's any space that someone dies in. So panic. Panic phase 23. After the killer phase, you must check to see if any victims will panic. The final girl does not panic during this phase. At least 1 victim was killed this turn, and where and how this occurred does not matter. The victim is in the same space as the killer. The minions are killers, so therefore they would panic from there. So, here's where the bloodbath begins. The bloodbath of when revealed, spawn random puppets to the board. When moving puppets, they move 1 space less than normal, but they're gonna start killing people, and so is he. That is the finale. As long as at least one victim was killed during their term, victims that are in space with... Ah, boom. Got it right here for you. Right here at the back, the panic phase. As long as at least one victim was killed during the turn, victims that are in a space with a minion will panic just as they would if they were in the same space as the killer. Which is what happened. That is page 33 of the rulebook. Alright, so my turn. What the heck am I gonna do? If they die, I don't care. Let's see. We can... I need to focus. That's what I need to do. I need to focus. I need those 3 dice back. Ugh. I can pitch 1 to get those 3 dice back, or I can re-roll. We're going to pitch short rest and weak attack to get a success. To do this and move this down 1. No, it's all good. It's all good. I want to make sure I'm playing it right. I mean, so if y'all are like, nope, you did it wrong, let me know. I thought you have enemies which are both killers and minions, but for the rest, the 2 are separate. Yeah, according to the rulebook, it says victims that are in a space with a minion will panic. So, all right, so we're back to 3 dice. Okay. Now we are going to... Do I have anything to attack with? I really don't. I need some fight cards. I need some fight cards, so... Ooh. I think this might be a pitch thing of these 3. So I could get some fight cards for what's coming next. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pitch those 3 to get 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm done. With 8, yeah, I don't care about them. With 8, I need to start getting some. So I'm going to buy Furious Strike. What else is my fight cards? I'm going to buy, so that's 4. Okay, never read the specific minion part as I haven't played myself with them. Still, it would be nice if this was all mentioned in the... Yeah, that's true. It really would, Gazumi. It really would. Next up. Yeah, I got 4 left. I'm gonna buy a Retaliate. The other 4. Go back to 6. Put these back here. I'm gonna be rolling 3 dice. So now it immediately goes to the killer phase. We don't have to resolve a tarot card because they're gone, but we'll be resolving their actions. So the minions are going to move 3 towards me or the closest me or closest victim. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Take him. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And they're going to attack. So you're going to kill him. That's all that happens there. But you're coming for me. Okay, first off, I'm going to play Retaliate. It's the reason why I wanted this to happen. Jerk face jerk. Here we go. 1 success, which will reduce damage from attack by 2. They're hitting for 2. So I would be no hit, but it's 1 hit. I can't kill them with 1 hit. So I am going to close call it. Loose. I don't want to reroll all, so I'll reroll 1. Actually, not that one. Sorry. This one. Ah, you suck. Okay, so I'm gonna pitch sprint and improvise. I want the 2 hit to do this. So I'm going to pitch these two to ignore all from attack, all damage from an attack, and hit back for 2. Poof, you're dead. That was dumb to do that, but it is what it is. The next one comes at me. Come at me, bro. Throwing out guard. Why wouldn't... Oh, it is. It is in my hand. Sorry. Y'all want to see it over here on the map. Sorry, it's there. There you go. It's in my hand. 2 successes. Ignore all damage. Nerd. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. So neither one of them hit me. Okay, then Geppetto is going to target me and start a moving towards me. Okay, so he moves 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh no. Oh no, I have nothing to do. So he's gonna hit me twice. So he's gonna hit me for 4. Ouch. Ouch time. So he hits me for 4. Ow. Just like that, I'm reduced. That ends their turn. Then it is the panic phase. I don't panic. Then it's the upkeep phase. You're an idiot. So, cool. All victims are dead. Then it is... I'm supposed to get these back. Put these back. Like 4. I do get an extra die because I'm on my final health, so I'm rolling 4 dice now. Okay, so focus is... Those are easily pitchable. I can walk and run around. So my turn. Come on, dude. I can Fury Strike him, but if I even roll 1 success, that ends my turn. Oh, I'm gonna vomit. So what happens is when you're down to your last health, you get an extra die to roll. I could, if I I'll short rest at the end if I... Oh, there's so many possibilities of failure. So I can Furious Strike or Weak Strike him. Either way, if I screw up, my turn's over. That's true. Well, let's take a swing at him. Why not? We're going to Weak Strike him first. Weak Strike. 2 successes, 1 hit. Take that. Boom. Take that health loss. Then we're going to Furious Strike him. 1 success. I can pitch a card, which I'm going to do. I'm pitching Focus. 2 successes. I hit him for 2. And lower this down by 1. There was no time loss on that first hit, was there? Nope. Okay, cool. Then I'm getting out of dodge. Walk away. We're going to walk away from this problem. 2 successes. A 1 and a 2. And we lose 1 time. And then we're going to walk away again. Oh, wait. Before we walk... When using the Ninth Bandolier, you may divide the damage as you choose between any enemies within range. It's just 1 damage. Range 1. I'd have had to roll low. I need to walk away again. And I can harry them from far. 1 success. I only have 1 card to pitch. Okay, so... I'll lose 1 time, and I get to move 1 away. I can't run far enough away. I needed that too. Let me short rest to get some health back. I get 1 health. I get 1 health back. and lose 1 time. That's it. So with 3 time left, I think I need to buy a guard. I'm gonna go with the retaliate. No, that's 4 health. That's 4. I have 3. I'm gonna buy a guard. Ooh, next round's gonna suck. I won't be able to do anything next round. I won't be able to do anything next round. Well, I could use my knife bandolier. Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm gonna buy a guard. Well, it's for 3, right? Actually, I could probably harry them a little by buying an a sprint. Let's be smart about this. No, I'll die if I don't guard. Let's get the guard. Yes, I do drop back down to 3. Okay. So I'll buy a guard because I can't run from them. I needed that other one to run away. All right, here we go. So that's all I bought. Let's put this back. At least I knocked him down to 5 health from 8. All wins. So here we go. They move 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. So they're gonna stab me for 2. All I can do is just guard against 1. Reduce damage by 1 to 1 as a medium. So I get hit for 1. And then the other ones just kill me straight out. Let's see what we got. Oh, I died. The item isn't an attack card. The item isn't an attack card itself, but I need it to be 2 spaces away. I think with the zombies. Yeah, it's still the same. When using a zombie's knife belt, you may divide the damage as you. A zombie's knife belt doesn't have uses. So close call, etc. Yeah, I did pick up my 0 cost cards. I burned all those to do the damage to that guy. So yep, I did. That's all I had. That's all I had to bitch. So zombie falls and joins the Carnival of Blood, and that ends. So this is the furthest I've ever made it. But that is the Carnival of Blood with Geppetto. That's not true. That's not true, good sir. Brian, check it out. Their movement is equal to Geppetto's movement value. And their movement value is 3, not 2. So they move properly, but they Canje wrecked. So they got me. So that's Carnival of Blood. Let's get into the birds. That's actually pretty fun. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that immensely. So you can only use the zombie's knife belt with the zombie. So when you're not using it, you put it back in here and then return that to the box. And that is Carnival of Blood. Alrighty. So as you can see, lots of ways to die. Stupid Zappo. Those cards were rough. Like, put a trap at the forest. Everybody at the forest is dead. Oof. Oof. Hey, Frederick. One of them did. The first of the Sunday matinee ended, which was Carnival of Blood. I'm moving on to Terror from Above, which is the side one. All you have to do is just pick any board you want. So let me know which board y'all want to see Terror from Above on, at which location. It doesn't matter. I'll probably say some type of outside one. Let's go with Maple Lane. Let's go with Maple Lane. We'll go with Maple. So, because I don't think you have seen me play that one. I did play it, but we'll do Maple Lane for the bird. Those in there. Have all these lovely lovelies. 3 here. This is everything that has to do it. And the symbols on the bottom of the card tell you where they all go. For the item cards, you have to look at the symbols at the bottom. So some of them will say there. Like all of them. Yeah, all of them are for the carnival. He doesn't have any item cards. But tarot cards need to be divided properly. I'm probably going to just throw these to the side and set up the other one, so I'm not wasting too much time here. Just make sure I got the right ones. Okay, I'll clean that up. We need our meeples. We need our tarot track. We need our health. Graham. Like I said, I'll clean this up later, so you're not watching me do cleanup and putting this stuff away. Zombie's dead, so Zombie will go back to the main box. These stay. These stay. These are removed. Okay. And let's go to Maple Lane. So, worst Nightmare Lane. That's Maple Lane. Looks like there's 4 locations. I need to get... We're not going with Dr. Fright, so I don't need any of his stuff, but there's Sheila and Nancy. Nancy! And if you look underneath, there's Nancy Special. All these are Dr. Fright, so I don't need to do any of them. I haven't put it back wrong. That lets you know that I played it recently. We're not using Dr. Fright, using Maple Lane. For special card. And let me know which one y'all want to see. Do y'all want to see Sheila or Nancy? Have these backwards. Nancy is each time you lose normal health, her ultimate is each time you lose normal health, reveal a black final health token from the general pool and swap it with your black final health token if you wish. If you do not, remove it from the game. You cannot do this with a white final health token. Or with Sheila, gain 2 time instead of 1 when discarding action cards face down for time. So whichever one y'all want to see. Ooh, and there's more cards. Okay. So there's this. There's... I don't know what are for, but there's setup. There are items and there are events. Alright, so let's shuffle this up. We're gonna let whatever's gonna happen on Maple Lane. Actually, I won't use Sheila or Nancy. I'm gonna use the one that comes with the birds. I'm gonna use the one that comes with the bird. With the Terror from Above. That's a special one that was made for the Kickstarter. So you two go away. Go away. You will come back for Dr. Fright later. I'll put these tokens here because I don't know which ones I'm gonna use. Tarot cards there. We're gonna grab ourselves. We might get a new setup, so let's see what happens. And we might get some extra item cards to add, so let's see what happens. Okay. Okay, let's see what's the deal with the birds. So this is a lesson learned. Outcome would more likely have been same. Yeah, so this is a vignette expansion for Final Girl that came with the first Kickstarter. It was unlocked when there was, you know, like funding was really great. They had a really good goal, and this one got hit, and Terror from Above came out. At first, and AJ, if you ever watch this, my curiosity is: do you mind doing one from Tales from the Dark Side on the plane, where it was the gremlin that was tearing up the engines, and you have to try to stop them or warn people or something? Like, that would be great. I think that would be like a really good one. But anyway. All right, that's Spawn Bird. There are rules instead of a folded leaflet. This is her, Melanie. Melanie. Once per action phase, you may lose health to deal damage divided as you choose among enemies. And Melanie has 5 health, so we'll do her usual 4, and then I'll reshuffle those. There are finales, dark powers, a bloodlust track that we're going to talk about, and a bunch of bird tokens. Lots of birds. All right, so How to lose, how to win. Okay, first let's talk about terror from above. When the skies darken, I knew what was coming was terror. Pure animalistic evil. Bird attack survivor. This and the subsequent rule cards will teach you the special rules for this Final Girl vignette expansion. Terror from Above requires the Final Girl core box and any location from the feature film box, each sold separately. Follow the normal setup rules, but with the exceptions outlined in these rules. So that's rule card 1A, 1B. So it tells us what it comes with. Cool. Note, bird tokens have a 1 bird side and a 3 bird side for each easy game management. Yikes. Okay, 2A setup. There is no killer board. Instead, place the Bloodlust card and the bird spawn card next to the location. Are these double-sided? Yeah, they're double-sided. Yep, they're double-sided, and they're the exact same. So these two are here. There's no killer, just problem. This starts at 4 from what I see. Birds look like they don't have health. Then it says, place the Bloodlust marker on the start space of the Bloodlust card. Here. Okay. The horror level starts at 4. Place a bird token with the 3 bird side up on the killer space indicated on the location setup. Place the Final Girl and victims as normal. Okay, so let's get a setup on Maple Lane. Yeah, Twilight Zone, right? Was it? Did I say Twilight Zone or did I say Tales from the Dark Side? Twilight Zone, yeah, but I think that would be a really great vignette where it's like you're on the plane and you have to try to stop the gremlin from getting there. And it could be anything from getting the attention of the captain to land the plane. And it's basically how you win is not kill the gremlin, but get to the airport and land. Like, I think that would be a cool one. Anyway, what do I know? Who listens to me? Alright, setup. Boom. Playtime. I got you for 3 minutes. Playtime. Okay, so the 3 bird side. I'll put these out. So it said place token with 3 birds side on the killer space, which is here. They are coming. Place me here. There's no killer. That's removed. Place 1 bird, then place victims as usual. So we've got. They're just kind of clustered. 2. This is young couple's house, eh? Just 2, no kids. 2, 2, 2, and then there's just 1 around, which people are in the street. Idiots. These are removed. Okay. Place a bird Place 1 bird token on each empty space that has no victims or Final Girl. Oh dear. Oh no! AJ, what have you done? There's a Yeah, I think I got them all. So there, it could be these MF snakes on this MF plane. It could be that. All right. So what's next? So that is the end of 2A. 2B, how to win. The win conditions are different for this expansion since there is no killer to win. You must save all victims of the special victims using normal victim save rules. Decide before you begin if you want to play easy, 1 special victim, normal, 2 special victims, hard, 3 special victims. Note, the level of difficulty will always be affected by the Final Girl you choose based on how difficult the ultimate ability is to unlock. I'm going easy. I want to win today, so I'm going easy. Call me what you want. So special victims. Special victims will only come out of hiding if and when one of the following conditions occur. You unlock your special ability, or there are no more victims on the board. When one of the conditions has been met, place the special victim's meeples in the farthest search space from you with no more than one in a single space. I hate you. The special victims can never be attacked or killed, but for all purposes are treated like normal victims where they panic. So they can never be attacked or killed, but we gotta get them to one of the green zones, and they will spawn. Where are the search? Where are the searches? So there's northeast, southeast. What? Forgot how the searching works on here. These are all where you can search in houses. Search zone, search zone, search zone, and search zone. So you can search in this area. When you're in this area, you're searching southwest, which is this area. When you're southeast, you can search in all these houses. You can search in all these houses, and you can search in all those houses. All right. So that is the special victim rule, which we will keep right here. So we're just kind of outlining as we go, and I'm putting them down to just keep in mind. That was 3. 1, right? Yes, 1B, 2B, 3. Special victims only spawn. So then it says how you lose. You lose immediately if there are 3 birds on every space of the board, or the final girl dies. The birds are represented by tokens. They are considered minions. Oh, God. Birds will never move on their own and can only be moved by a special game effect, such as an effect from an item. So per bird, so they don't move, they kind of hang around until an item tells them that they pop up. Awesome. So, awesome. They have 1 health. They do 1 damage per bird, and they don't move. So let's keep that there. Spawning birds. When resolving either of these actions, movement or a weird bird foot thing, roll 2 dice and follow the instructions on the bird spawn card. You may choose which result to use for the number of birds spawn and which result to use for where they spawn. So one is how many, the other is where. Cool! Birds will always spawn at least once per round during the minion action, which is the first step of the killer phase, but oftentimes they will spawn more based on terror card effects. If birds need to be placed in a space that already has 3 birds, place them in an adjacent space of your choice instead. Continue finding spaces, expanding further away if necessary until all spawn birds are placed. When resolving the kill action, an attack will take place in the space with the final girl as long as there is at least 1 bird, and in every space with 3 birds unless otherwise noted, so they can peck us to death. Birds attack 1 target in their space, dealing damage equal to the number of birds in that space. 1 target. Birds always prioritize normal victims over the final girl if both are in the same space. Good to know. Destroying birds. Birds in a space can be attacked, and you can remove 1 bird per damage dealt. Excess damage is lost. So that means that if I do a 2 attack, I don't hit 2 birds, I just hit 1. Cool. Cool. Good lord. When birds attack, the final girl can use reaction cards to prevent damage to anyone in her space. Normally, reaction cards cannot be used to defend victims, only the final girl. However, to protect the victim, all of the damage must be prevented, as it only takes 1 damage to kill a victim. Event cards that require 1 or more special victim meeples to be placed should be ignored. When this occurs, discard it and redraw a new event. So, no more people are coming. We're in the small town of Hoboken. It may happen that an event card doesn't make sense or work with terror from above. If this occurs, you ignore it and draw another one. Some items may be useless against the birds. For example, the bear trap at Camp Happy Trails. If you don't like that, you can remove those items and replace them if they come up. However, sometimes you just find useful things and or preference it that you just have to deal with that adversity. Some Terran event cards refer to the killer. There is no killer, as the birds are minions in this instance, so do the following. If a card specifies for the killer to move, spawn a bird instead. If a card specifies for the killer to be placed somewhere, place 3 birds there. Awesome! Yay! So here's this deck of nonsense, which is the bird cards, and this is Maple Lane. So we will blend. Oh, there's two. Wait, why are there actually? Convince. Enter an adjacent house. You may take the top item. Oh, there's a new. So there's a new thing that's called Convince, where we can enter a house and do stuff. So that is a 1-cost card, but I'll put it over here. Setup goes. Well, I need to put the setup here because we got to put the health thing there. And we shuffle. Woo! Birds. This is for the birds. After we finish this, I will go through basically the I'll go through the all of the review. Because I've played them all after this. I will say what I think. I'll tell you what I think. Okay, we draw 10. See what we're gonna deal with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Fun times. Then we will do decks of 4 for these. The scenario is for the bird. Okay. There we go. First item is archery bow. Second item is a Bible. Third item is the crucifix. That's oh. Fourth item is odds and ends. Okay. Get rid of this because we're not ready for that yet. This back here, put this up here, and let's get ourselves, because there's no health for that. I just need my 1 health. Okay. All right. Let's kick it. All right, so I get my 0 cards. How to win. The conditions are different. We need to get stuff going. I don't think this is one where I should waste turns pitching cards. What do you say? Because I think this is kind of one of those ones that needs to work out. Or maybe I should, just to start, just to pitch them all. Get 12 and see what happens next round. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Pitch them all. Go up to 12. I'm gonna get a planning. I'm gonna get 4. I'm gonna get an improvised 3. I'm gonna get a sprint 2. I'm going to get one of those. Just 1. Then I'm gonna get 3rd. Actually, no, another. Just 2. And then go back to 7. Yeah. So I got 2 sprints, a close call, an improvise, and a plan. So that's my hand. Okay, next phase is the planning phase, which is what it just did. So put all this here. Then next phase is the killer phase, which is what's going on over here. So let's see. What were the rules for? There's a lot of rules. I'm trying to see what the rules were. Birds don't move; they just kind of hang out. So I think I just draw a tarot card. When resolving this action, it's killing. Spawning birds. When resolving either of the actions, roll 2 dice and follow the instructions on the spawn bird card. So what does this say? This says, roll 2 dice. One of the die values will be how many birds are placed. The other will be where they are placed based on the below chart. You may choose which result to use for which. So I think more birds are a coming, and that is kind of like their thing. And then we draw a tarot card. Oh no, it says spawning birds by movement or this. So we draw a tarot card, and we were supposed to draw an event. Roll a die. Oh, did I shuffle this? I didn't even draw an event to start. I'm too nervous. There's a lot of rules. All these stupid rules. It's raining. Panic victims in the intersection. Nobody's there. Then move every victim that is on a street space to its adjacent house. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Then discard this card. Alright, so then we draw. So now we need to spawn a bird. Nope, we need movement to do that. Hey, look, movement. So the birds are attacking. Attack in your space and all spaces where birds outnumber victim. If no attack occurred, spawn some birds. So we're gonna rule this and every victim, and then raise the bloodlust. All right, so we got a 4 and a 6. So on that chart, if we do a 4, it would be the nearest exit. Roll 2 die. One of the values will be how many birds are placed. The other will be they are placed based on below chart. You may choose which result to use for which. So 4 birds on my space or 6 birds on the nearest exit. They're not attacking, and I could probably help get rid of some of them. So it'll be 4 birds on my space. Well, remember, each space can only contain 3. So some more birds are popping out. There are 3 on my space, and one next to it. Cool. All right. Spawning birds. Birds attack. When resolving the attack action, and Bloodlust Raise, which would draw a new event. Party in the Burbs. Place 4 new victims. Remember, this says don't do that. In any house that contain at least 1 victim. If none, place them in the intersection. We just ignore those. This card says don't place any new victims. This is what we're dealing with. Okay. So, that is that upkeep. No finale to reveal. We're on to the next thing. Let us do... We're going to do an improvise. We got 1 success. So for the next horror roll, only 3s and 4s are successes, which we're going to hit up that planning. Yeah, no time loss. Come on. Double 1s. A 1 and a 2. Awesome. So for the next horror roll, I'll add 1 die. This goes down and I lose 1 time. It has begun, good people. It has begun. 1 success. Move 2 spaces. 1, 2. Let's get in the house. And I lose the time. It has begun. The bad dice rolling has started. All right, so that's 3 with 1 time loss. So 1, 2. Oh. Raise this up 1. Move up to 2 spaces. 1, 2. Actually, 2. And then I get my final 1 movement. And I can't buy anything with 1. Oh, yeah, I can. I can buy a reroll with 1. And then I get all this back. Those sprints are gone. Close call, improvise, and planning are back. Okay. Let's see what happens. They're trying to get in. Boop. And then it says, instead of spawning birds as normal, roll 1 die and place that many birds in the nearest search location. 6. When do I roll high? The nearest search location to me is this one or this one. So 3. So it's 6 total. It'll be 2. We'll bring it down to 4. 3. We'll bring it down to 1. Then 1. This is horrible. This is so horrible. That was wasted. Okay, so that happened. There was no. Oh wait, there was the paw thingy. So I got to roll to spawn more birds. But it said instead of spawning birds, do this. So I didn't have to spawn birds. Okay. Nobody panicked. Nobody panic. I know what I'm doing. Let us. Rolling 3 dice is so key right now. Come on. Focus. Why am I rolling 3 dice? Why am I rolling 3 dice? Should not be rolling 3 dice. Oh, because last time. 1 success. This would have been reset. 1. Focus again. 1 success. Actually, I'll make that 2 successes instead. That last one. I'll pitch short rest and weak attack. Make it 2 successes. That'll go up to 1, 2, and I'll be able to move, and this will still move that one. Then I will walk. I will re-roll that walk. 1 success. Lose 1 time and move 1 space. Move 1 space for free. Back this way. And take a guard reaction card. Yes, please. So if I unlock her ult, I just need to rescue 2 more victims. If I unlock her ultimate ability, I will be able to find the victim and then try to get them out. So, buy phase. I want this reroll for 1. And I want the sprint for 2. 1, 2. And I'll grab a convince for 1. Go back. These both back here. Plus all of this. And then we go to this deck. The birds are attacking. Attack in your space and all spaces where birds outnumber victim. If no attack occurs, spawn and raise bloodlust. So 1 bird in nearest exit. Or 4 birds distributed on any space. 1 bird at nearest exit. Nearest exit to me would be this one, but it's overloaded, and we're going in this direction. So now there are 3 birds. All right, we're doing all right. We're doing good. We're doing and raise bloodlust, which will lower this track by 1. Awesome. I don't know what the bird's dark. Oh yeah, I do. It's over here. Dark power. Oh, God. For land's sakes. This is what they're doing every round. They're killing and they're spawning every round. Which, luckily, I've been doing that. But like, land's sakes, why did I forget that? Sorry, I forgot to put their Dark Power and Finale out. Alright, so every round they're going to kill something and spawn. So they just keep popping every round. Okay, so there's a time mechanic. I don't know why I didn't see that. I am so screwed up. Alright, so let us do that. One success. I'm gonna re-roll that. Of course it is. Alright, so one success, move 2 spaces and lose 1 time. Lose 1 time, move 2 spaces. Oh, yours. 1, 2. Then I will walk. Ah. I gotta pitch too. I can't take that damage. I need the time too. So 1 time, move 1 space. And that is that. I've got 4 time left. Get these back. I guard for 2. By reroll. I have 1 left. I'll buy the last convince. Push it up. So my bad. Sorry that you saw me miss the Dark Power and the Finale. I'm a terrible person. You should hate me. Let's see. Guard 2. Here, this goes here. Okay. So, their turn, they are going to kill anybody in their space and then start spawning. So let's see where they're spawning. Okay, we're still going around the edges. So, and 6 is where? In my space. Sweet. Yay. And then it would be 6 in my space. So go here because we're going reverse order. Awesome. So then the tarot card. Attack in your space. Any and all spaces where birds outnumber and all spaces where birds outnumber people. If no attacks occur, spawn. So ooh. Dark Power is revealed. They're just waiting to strike. During upkeep, if there are 3 birds in your space, lower the terror track by 2. By 2. And then the other bird attacks. Yep. Getting good. Cool. There are 3 birds there. 1 killed them, 1 killed them. 1's gonna attack me. I'll take it. I'll take the hit. It's just 1 damage. Okay. Ooh, I hurt my back. Alright, so darn it. So now it is my turn. Darn it. Oh, I need to get the heck out of here, so I'm gonna go walking. I think I'll go for a walk outside now. Where are those 6s? Where are the 6s that I need? 1 space here. Lose time. Alright, well, let's just get the focus on. Nope, that's 2 time. 1, 2. 1 time. That goes up 1. That's all I got. That's all I got. So come over here. I just get this back. I have no money to buy anything else. So that goes up. And I'm just dealing what I'm dealing with. They are going to, so during upkeep, if there are 3 birds in your space, there are not. So then they will do their thing of attacking anyone in their space and spawning. So 3 would be the nearest tool shed, which would be over here. And it would be 3 of them, so, and then there would be extra would go here. Cool. And terror. It came right through the yard. Target the final girl or the closest maple. Spawn and attack. So 1 and 3. So spawn, distribute in any spaces, 3 of them. Yes. Over here. I don't want it in my space. Okay, then attack. Nobody to attack. If the killer is in a house, which we ignore that, then it's going to target somebody and attack again, then draw an event card. It's the 4th of July. The show is about to start. Do you have any sparklers? Move all victims inside a house to adjacent streets. Why are you coming outside? Why are you coming outside? You fools. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Okay. My turn. I need to go for a stroll. I can pitch 2 cards. I'm going to pitch weak attack, short rest. Make that 2 so I can move 2 spaces, losing 1 time. 1, 2. People. Then I'm going to play Convince. Try to see if I can pull everybody into a house. 1 success. Enter an adjacent house. 2 people are coming with me, while Idiot is out on the street. Actually, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't want to do that. Let the idiots be out in the street. Easier for me to unlock my ultimate ability later, so I wouldn't do that. Okay, so we got 5. Alright, what did I do? Yep, 5. So with 5, we're gonna grab a sprint. 2. We're gonna grab these 2, because I'm gonna have to re-roll. And then we're gonna grab a convince. Move these back. I've gotten those back, put this back here. And we're ready to rumble. Okay, so you are, no birds are in my space. They are going to spawn. Actually, nope, they're gonna attack. There are 3 birds there, so all 3 of these die. Bye. Discard 1 terror card. Or if during finale, take 1 damage. So 1, 2, 3, because each bird attacks. Okay, oh my god, this is gonna kill me. Alright, so then we will go to, no birds are in my space. Now we draw terror card. God. Alright, so 1, 2. If there is at least 1 victim in this, 1 special victim in play. If there is at least 1 special victim in play, spawn bird. There is not yet. There's still 3. Haha, that doesn't happen. Okay. So my turn. Birds kill people quick. So let's get these people out of here to see if we can win this. But eat you much. I could re-roll. Yeah, let me try a re-roll one too before I start pitching cards. Yes. 1. I get to move 3 spaces. 1 with 2 of them. That's all I needed. 1, 2. I get my health back, and I switch to my ultimate ability, which triggers the special victim coming out. And once per action phase, you may lose 1 health to deal 2 damage divided as you choose amongst enemies in your space. She will spawn special victim, special victim, special victim. So I've unlocked my ultimate ability. When one of the conditions has been met, place the special victim meeple in the farthest search spaces from you with no more than one in a single space. So the furthest from me would be here. And she does not take damage according to the special victim can never be attacked or killed, but for all other purposes are treated like normal victims. So they would panic, but there's no reason for them to panic now. So that's 1, 2, 3. That's my 3. Please tell me I got an attack card. Please tell me I got an attack card. I do not. But I have a walk card. Keep it moving. 1, 2. Don't care. So I get 1 space here with the 3 birds. I lose 1 time. Actually, let me re-roll one of those dice. 2. So I move 2 spaces, and I would have pitched a card. So 1, 2. Okay, I just have to survive this round. That's all I have to do. I'm going to focus because I'm going to go down to 1 die. Got 1 success to go here. There's the time. I'm going to do it again. Come on! So lose 2 time. 1, 2. I lose all my time. I didn't get anything. I can't buy a single thing. Let's see what happens. Boom. During upkeep, I'm gonna go down to 1 die during upkeep. So let me prep myself for that. Birds are going to attack anybody in their space. They're gonna attack me for 3. I'm gonna throw out this guard. Right now I'm still at 2 dice. I reduce 2 damage, so I take 1. Okay, that's the guard. I could have used my ability and taken some damage to lower that bird number to stop what was about to happen. I completely missed that. Anyway, then we draw our last tarot card before the finale happens. They told us to hide. Last tarot card's about to happen. Place 1 new victim. We don't do that. Event. Boyfriend. Place this special victim. We don't do that. We don't place special victim. Yeah, so gone. Okay, so what are we dealing with next? Next is the upkeep phase. So I go down to 1 die. I would get these back. This would go back here. Actually, no, that was their phase. That was their phase. Nope, nope. We're fine. We're fine. That was their phase. Okay, so now my phase. All I can do is walk. All I can do is walk. Pitch these 2 cards to get a success. Move 1 space. In with her. Lose 1 time. I'm done. I will spend 2 health to kill these 2 birds. So I'll do 2 damage distributed as I want because of my ultimate ability. Kill those 2 birds. Oh my gosh. Okay. I just need 1 success to win. That is it. Okay. Alright, so that's it. I'm done. I will get these back. I'm gonna grab a sprint. Actually, no, I just need a guard. I'm gonna grab a guard for 2. I'm gonna grab both of these for 1, 2. And we'll see if I can win this. So let's put all this back up. Oh my gosh, I'm so close. Here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. The birds are going to attack and spawn. They didn't spawn last time, so that's my bad. My bad. It would be 3. Actually, it's going to be not in my... I don't want it in my space, so it's going to be 6. I'm going to spawn 6. The nearest house. Boom. 3. And then these will be 3. 1 there, which 2 left. There, that would be 3. Do you need an attack card to kill birds? Not sure, never played this yet. This thing, her card says, once per action phase, you may lose health to deal 2 damage divided as you see among enemies in your face. So no, I can, with Melanie's ability, her special ultimate ability, I don't need an attack card to do it. I just lose health to do it. Okay, so now the birds would attack, and then they're going to spawn. 1 and 2. Distributed in any space, 2 birds. I can do that. Put you here. At the intersection. Okay, then ultimate. Ultimate. When spawning birds, you must select the higher result for number of birds in place. Insurmountable odds. They're going to spawn, kill, spawn again. That's the ultimate that comes from the terror. Oh boy, finale card. Well, first their ability happens when there's no cards in the terror deck. You flip the finale. But let me verify to see if that happens. So, finale. Finale 24. Revealing the finale. So, and according to this, yep. So it says it right here. Check it out. So the killer gets their phase to resolve their killer action and draw a terror card. If there's no terror cards there, you can't draw one. So then panic phase and then upkeep phase, reveal finale if no terror cards left. So during the last upkeep, the finale should have been revealed. So the terror phase would have been now. Got it. So instead of them spawn, that first spawn would have been there. They would have killed, and then the second spawn would be 3 and 3. So it's 3 birds happening at 3, which is nearest house. Nearest house to me that has 3 is this one. Cool. Got it. Got it. I got it. All right, and then upkeep. Rearrange items, no items to rearrange. We're ready to go. We're ready to go. I'm rolling 1 die. Ooh-wee. All I need is 1 success. That's all I need. 1. Actually, no, they would spawn here. This is the nearest house to me. They're in the house. So all I need is 1 success. Yahtzee! Boom! Alright, so how to win. The win conditions are different for this expansion. Since there are no killers to win, you must save all of the special victims using normal special victims rule. Decide before you begin if you want easy 1 victim, which is what I went for. I just went for easy mode. And we got him out. Oh, God. Ah. So we just saved it. And I won! There's a lot to keep track of for this, but the thing that does it is more the birds spawning always near you, unless otherwise stated, like intersection or anything like that. If the killer is to move, spawn birds instead. If, what else? Some items might be useless against the birds, for example, the bear trap, right? So you could get rid of them. When resolving actions, each action is per bird. And every space the birds are in, they do it. And basically what they're doing is just filling up 3, filling up 3, filling up 3, filling up 3 until they get... So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more spaces left before we would have lost. But that was easy mode. Normal mode, there would have been 2 more, there would have been another victim further away from me that I have to get out while all this crazy junk is happening. But we won. We won! Okay, I'll take that win. We barely won, because that was... If I rolled another 1, I was going to be like, you know what? That's just my life. So, that is the Terror from Above vignette where birds just keep accumulating, and if there are 3 birds on all spaces, you lose. I played easy mode. Just gonna let you know that now. If you are interested in playing normal mode, you'll be like, oh, this one seems easy. Alright, come over here in this book for you. Hold on, come with me real quick. Come with me real quick. Play this. No one knows what caused the storm of birds to descend on a small bay town a few years back, but since it happened, officials and scientists have been trying to determine why. Witness accounts from the few survivors indicated thousands and thousands of birds descended on the area. Their activity ranged from gathering and being a general nuisance to outright attacking and killing people. And there are 5 scenarios. Also, the one thing I didn't do, why is there still a regular victim on the moon? Or is that oh, yeah. Sorry. He was supposed to be here. I didn't rescue him. He's left to die. He is left to die. I just left it there, but he is left to die. For let's do this. Final Girl board game. Evan Derrick games. There is this thing, and I'll show this as well. In the Final Girl stuff, all the way at the bottom, if you go to their site, there's this thing called the Gruesome Death Matrix. Oh, they didn't make one for Terror from Above. Okay. I thought they did. So if you're like, okay, well, I want to spice my game up to be, like, horrible, well, we just did the Carnival of Blood, right? So you could come in here and say, okay, we're playing with, oh, look, the birds. And we were at Maple Lane. Let's do that. Let's do that. So they did do the bird ones. Oops. Oopsie. Final Girl board game. Generator games. So they did have a birds one. So we go down to Maple Lane. Zoom in. And we do the birds, which is on page 40 to 40. 40. Okay, so if they're killed in general areas, you roll a d6 and you say what happened. If they're killed by one of these cards, so they told us to hide. Where's bird attack? Bird attack. Run for your life, run for your life, run for your life. So it has stuff like the bird, pop the tires on the car. It was actually quite impressive, but that's beside the point, as Roger fled down the street as fast as he could before turning a sharp corner and screaming out for his friend to open the door. His friend did not hear him, and as Roger made it to the front porch, he was slammed into the closed door as the birds pierced through his body and stuck their beaks on the door. The blue door was now showing streaks of red emanating from where Roger was pinned. There's stuff like, it was movie night for Fred and Samantha, and the 2 lovebirds cozied up together on the couch while a light breeze from the window kept the room cool in the summer evening. Too bad some real lovebirds had a different idea. They entered into the house one by one. The couple were scared at first, chuckling at the birds who they thought were just for some food, but when Fred reached down towards one of the beautiful birds, it stabbed his hand. Then triggered the others to attack as well, bringing in all sorts of different birds from the open window. When Fred's parents returned from their date night, the horror in the living room knew no bounds. No, Gazumi, no, the rules for special victim, and I'll hold it up for you to see, there's 2 conditions. There's an or statement, an or gate. So it says, either so special victims will only come out of hiding if and when one of the following conditions occurs. One, you unlock your special ultimate ability, which I did, so therefore they came out, or there are no more victims on the board. When one of the conditions have been met, place the special victim in the areas furthest from you. So no, regular victims do not have to be gone before the special spawns. If I unlock my ultimate ability, they spawn as well. I'm getting the rules right today. So, yay. I did screw up on the finale Dark Power, but I retroactively went back and did it, so it was fine. So if anybody's screaming from earlier for the bird saying, you forgot the Dark Power in the finale, I do get to it, and I did backfill it, so it's fine. Bird spawned every turn, so it's fine. So let's see. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Okay, let's talk about reviewing this stuff. And let's bring on the showcase. So I have the Sacred Grove with Inkinyambe. I have Camp Happy Trails with Hans. I have Creech Manor and the Poltergeist with the Poltergeist. There is the busted up box that I used for Maple Lane for Dr. Fright. And then there's the Carnival that you just saw, as well as the base game and Terror from Above. So those are all the vignettes, those are all the feature films for Final Girl Series 1, right? So if you're asking kind of, my bad, not always easy to remember the rules if they're not in front. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. I know you're no need to apologize. I super appreciate the ones that you do catch me on, so continue to keep me honest. So my thoughts on this game. Let's break it down and let's go through it. 1. This Horror on Maple Lane one is a lot of fun because there's this mechanic of like Dr. Fright where you have to slide the card to see if you see him, and based on if you see him when he attacks, like when you slide the action cards, if you see him there, he attacks you and you have to deal with that nightmare. So I think that's a really great mechanic. The houses of having to go to the houses, searching in the houses based on where you're going to look. For Dr. Fright, you need to search or you will die. So I think the Dr. Fright box is good. It plays on Friday the 13th. Nightmare on Elm Street. It plays on Nightmare on Elm Street with Freddy Krueger. So if you like that type of theme, this is for you. The even final girl's name is Nancy. So you can enjoy that one. Creech Manor. The thing I didn't like about Dr. Fright was, let me talk about what I like, what I didn't like. The thing I didn't like about Dr. Fright was that I think, like, the convince card, enter an adjacent house, you may take the top item if you do mark it. I don't think it was necessary for my playthrough. Like, it helped a little, to be honest. Immediately return this card to the tableau, the action tableau if you don't have it, or just enter an adjacent house. That you needed to get from house to house, it was okay. Like, that's a minor thing. But I still think it was still fun. Creech Manor. Poltergeist. Finding this girl and losing every time. This is actually my favorite one, to be honest. I like it because the Carolyn, instead of Carol-Ann, is hidden in the item deck, and you have to find her. And there are specific cards that say, if you cannot win this without her finding her and her doll. If you don't find the doll and you don't pull that card, you can just get her out of the house and you win. Otherwise, you have to find the doll, which means going through more item decks. Getting around the house is a menace because the poltergeist moves so fast out the gate. And it becomes so hard. So, like, my review of this, it's my favorite one. The thing I don't like, the poltergeist moves too fast out the gate. Right out the gate, the poltergeist is moving like 2 to 3 spaces. It's insane. You don't have enough time. And places where she starts, there's always a victim next to her. Always. 1, 2 spaces away. Not 1 space, 2. And so she immediately gets to them and rips them to shreds. So it's like, it's fun to figure out the strategy. That movement is a killer. It really is. So this is my favorite one, Creech Manor. The one that kind of heralded the entire thing, the Hans and Happy Trail ones, this is a good intro one to there for me. Like, this one is great if someone says, I don't want a lot of side mechanics. I just want to play the game at its base set to see what it is, I would pull this one out first. It's base. Lori, who is the base, weakest of all the Final Girls base, she is okay to play for a beginner. Hans is okay because even his finales make it so that you can still beat him, right? It's not just an all-out slaughter. So it's possible to beat him with it. And I think this is a good intro. The negative of it is nothing. It's a good intro. There's nothing wrong with this. This wouldn't be my go-to. Creech Manor is my go-to. I love it. I love it because I have to beat it. So that's my review of that. Let me make sure I got this right here. All right. So of the Sacred Grove in Inkinyambe, it's too much. Okay? It's fun, but it's too much. It's for people who can mitigate lots of things going on at once, and then this is for you. If you're like, I can have 30 billion things in a board game going on and I can knock it all out, no problem. This is your scenario. This is for you. Otherwise, if you're like, there's a lot of stuff going on, adding more makes it tougher. This is probably, in terms of complexity, this is the hardest. In terms of complexity, this is the lowest. This is the hardest one because there is, in here, a Divine Wrath card that you gotta pay attention to. There is, in here, a Killer Wrath card that you have to pay attention to. Oh, on top of that, there's more stuff going on as just as they are with the Killer track, with the Bloodlust track. There's more Bloodlust to keep track of. Oh, and he's got this other thing that goes on to his sample ability for him to do. There's a lot going on in here. This is fun. I don't want to down it. It is a lot of fun, but it is complex as hell. So I would probably say if you're going to get into there and you're going to take on Inkinyambe at the Sacred Grove, there is a lot to keep track of. So if you're good at doing that stuff, this is your scenario. If you love that type of complexity, this is your scenario. So we've got 5 ones. I still got to do Geppetto. And so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6. Highest complexity. Lowest complexity. All right. Then let's talk about Carnival of Blood. What did I like about it? I love the minions. I love the puppets. I loved all the stuff that's going on with it. That the puppets took the exact same terror action that Geppetto took. Wow. I'm not mad at it. I think that's awesome. I think that is so great. Ooh, threw this everywhere. I think that is great, and I think that is fantastic. So, in terms of complexity, we are going highest. Second highest, so that's 5. Carnival of Blood, 4. Creech Manor, 3. Terror from Above, 2, and Horror at Happy Trails, 1. So if you're saying I want hella complexity, and if I'm gonna back features, I want them, this one is not for you. It's not complex at all. If you want to collect them all, collect them all. But if you want like gritty, so many things going on at once, you got to take care of items, events, tarot cards, dark powers, mini dark powers, Divine Wrath, Killer Wrath, extra stuff that's going on when you take up Bloodlust. When a victim dies, 5 things happen. If you want to do that, that's the Sacred Grove with Inkinyambe. It is crazy complex. With Frightmare on Maple Lane, the only complexity really is house to house, which isn't really complex. But that nice little thing where you slide the card to the side to see if Dr. Fright's there, that's pretty cool. I like that. But that is, I would say, from great, once again, I'll repeat, from most complex to least complex. Sacred Grove with Inkinyambe, highest complexity. Frightmare on Maple Lane, second highest. Geppetto's Geppetto and his circus. What's it called? It just slept out of my brain. Carnival of Blood, third highest. Creech Manor, fourth. Terror from Above 5th, and then finally the base one, which is versus Hans and Camp Happy Trails, is the lowest in terms of complexity. It's the lowest. There's no. That's the lowest. That's the high. So think about that when you're backing. If you choose, spend your money how you want wisely. But if you choose to back and get Series 1, keep that in mind. Intro. Only purpose. Killer, final girl, fight. Get people out, win. You just saw bird spawn, get victim out, win. Find the girl. Possibly, based on the card that you draw, have to find her stupid doll. Get out of the house, win. Get the victims out, kill Geppetto. Kill Dr. Fright in the dream state, because there's a dream state mechanic to this too, so you fall asleep or you wake up, and he attacks you in the dream. And then everything. And then everything. Yeah, Ikiyabe is a weaker killer, but he moves quick. And when he moves quick, that Divine Wrath and that Killer Wrath bumps up like crazy, which he's doing. So he's doing more things to you. Whereas Hans is just, I'm just going to walk over with this hammer and bash your head in. Okay. You didn't die? All right, okay, you ran away from me. I'm going to come see if I can get to you. I can't get to you? Cool. There's a victim. Okay, I'll go over here, bash his head in. Like, that's Hans. But that is my take and my feel on kind of like all of it. I think this game is fantastic. I think that if you are a solo gamer, this should be in your collection. If you're a solo gamer. That's my thoughts on it. That's what I have. Let me see. I think AJ and Van Ryder Games have done a fantastic job with Series 1. I love it. You see that a lot of people are like, hey, I want to get this game. It's not available anywhere, so you have to wait until the second printing for that to come out. You go to your favorite local game store, it's not there. People are wanting to get it because it's a good game. It's fun. I enjoyed immensely. I've played Creech Manor a lot. I've lost it every time, and I still keep coming back to Creech Manor because this one is my favorite. I just love it so much. Like, one of the moments, if you watch one of my previous ones where I went through the scenario at Creech Manor, one of my moments that was so heart-wrenching was I found her. I found Carolyn, and all I had to do was make it through the round, and then I would have won. I just had to move 2 spaces out of the house. That's it. I had rerolls. I was ready to go. I drew the tarot card that says she gets scared and she runs away from you. Shuffle her back into the deck. Like, moments like that is what this game is all about, and it's beautiful. I think Van Ryder Games knocked it out the park with this. I'm excited to see Series 2. I hope that it's not just the thing of, ooh, this is something new that did it, that made it work or not. My biggest gripe about this game is this damn dice. Here is my gripe about this game. We have come far too far in dice games for us to do the 5-6 success mechanic anymore. While a lot of people who don't mind it, I will play the game because I love Final Girl, so I will still play this game with this dice that drives me crazy. But I don't like seeing this in board game anymore. A 5-6. If you roll a 5 or 6, otherwise. Now you have the mitigation of the 3 and the 4, but to me, it would be better if there was another way, right? To where a turn doesn't feel wasted. A turn doesn't feel gone. Right? I got 1 success. I could be happy with that and then re-roll this die. But nothing. Like that. That right there. Nothing came of it. Right? If I don't have a card to pitch for this, nothing comes of the 3. And I think that's what bothers me. I'm not gonna knock AJ or Van Ryder for this because this is just a thing that I've seen in multiple board games. So it's not just Van Ryder, it's here, so I want to talk about it, right? Um, the thing that drives me nuts about it is that this is wasted. I would like it not to be. I would like it to be you get something. You get something, right? It doesn't have to be a success. It could be you get to the next roll you make, you get to roll an extra die, or you get to re-roll you get to re-roll your next roll, or something like something that doesn't make me feel hopeless when I constantly roll that. So I rolled this, and it's like, okay, well, do you have any close call cards? Nope. So for your entire turn, nothing, right? I would prefer it to be something that you get for later that is minor or helpful. Okay, so you rolled a one or two. Okay, if you roll a one, if you roll a two, on your next roll, you failed this roll. On your next roll, you can re-roll one of your dice if you want. Oh, cool. So I failed that, but at least I can re-roll something later. I rolled again. I rolled a three and four. I can re-roll this. Hey, look, I got a chance at something, and that's what I'm talking about. It's like I don't like the 5-6 mechanic. I think like I've said that, I've beaten it to death. That's the only thing that I would say. This is my only problem with, and it's not even the game. It's not the game. It's my problem with this mechanic, period. Final girl, great. AJ, great job. Great job. Big win. That drives me crazy. Like, give me something so that I don't feel like next round I'm or next card I play I got nothing. Like, give me something. And I think that's what I'm looking for. That's all I have to say on that. That's my only big rant and gripe about the 5-6 mechanic in board gaming, period. In board gaming, period. Other than that, everything else is fine. Alright. That is my review of all of Final Girl. It's all trashed all over my table, and I'll clean this up at some point today. So that is my review. But that is everything there that you can see. I played all of it. I love it. I think it's stupendous. If you're a solo gamer, this should hit your collection. If you're not a solo gamer but you don't mind playing solo, this should hit your collection. It's a rare find, and I think it's fantastic. So that's all I got. If you enjoyed what you see, hit like, hit subscribe to see more. Yeah, what's coming next? So, what's coming next? Tuesday, we're going back to Unsettled. I'm going to start tripling up to get through Unsettled instead, because I keep thinking I want to play more after I play the first one and it goes past really quick. So, after Task C on Tuesday, every other Tuesday, every planet, we're playing all 3 tasks on that day. So, we get to have some fun with that. But Tuesday is Gracchus Task C, the finale of Gracchus, and then the return of the finale of Gracchus, and then after that we'll do every planet. We're going to go through all the tasks in one for the following Tuesdays going forward. Thursday is actually going to be a fun throwback. Kate gave me a great idea for doing throwback Thursdays for whenever we play with Pac-Man and Steven. So we're going to play Gloom. Not Gloomhaven, Gloom. And they've never played it. I've played it, and so we're going to have some fun going through it. Other than that, then Sunday we'll be back for some game to play. I haven't determined yet. I don't know yet. We'll see. But other than that, that's all I really have. Don't forget to get... Oh, yes! I have to go buy my Gen Con. Yes, Stacy, thank you so much. I'm going to Gen Con this year. It's happening. It's happening. So I'm going to go buy my Gen Con badge today, and then I will book hotels in February when that opens up. So I hope to see you all there if you decide to come out. I want to meet everybody. I want everybody to, the community. I want y'all all to just holler at me and be like, hey, Canje, what's up? Or Derrick, hey, how's it going? Just come up, talk to me. I want to meet all of you. I want to play games with all of you. So it's going to be fun. But I will be buying my Gen Con badge today, and it is going to be so fun. All right, folks, that's all I got for the Sunday matinee. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you like it, hit like. If I made mistakes, which I probably did, put it down in the comments. I always love those because that helps people who are coming afterwards look at it and say, "Oh yeah, he missed that. I'll make sure I don't miss that." So keep me honest in that in the comments. If you like what you saw, like I said, like, subscribe. Got a great group of Patreon going on. Don't feel forced. It's just there if you're interested. Other than that, that's all I got. So I will see you all Tuesday for some fun. I will chat with you all later. Insert slogan or comment here. I'll see you all later. Bye bye.